signatory production at all. You could say whatever it is that you want to say here. So,
who's the idiot that was quoted saying we're going to wait them out until they're losing their homes and apartments and have to take the deal we give them?
Oh, that giant piece of shit. Yeah, they're called Anonymous. Yeah, they honestly didn't put their name on it or anything.
Well, no, it's been but it's been called out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. There's a video, and we'll see. It hasn't been corroborated yet, but I don't know if you've seen the 1 minute Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I saw that.
I enjoyed watching
Ron's
that.
about straight up murder somebody. Yeah.
Well, I mean, based on that of his $27 million figure, that would mean that he's saying it's Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Which would track.
Well, yeah, that would track. You know, Mr. Oh, it's so absurd that you guys are asking for all this stuff. You know, like how, you know, Mr. I get $1 million salary a year from Disney and 26 million in benefits, including stock options, you know, that then multiply. Yeah. No, it's the funny thing is that for 1.5 times David Zaslav's salary alone, they could give the writers everything they want and then some. Like that's 11,000 people who could be making a living wage, you know, for the cost of one of these jackwagons. That's what kills me.
I mean, that was his kind of like one-time extra balloon payment, but I mean, that's neither here nor. I mean,
it's $250 million though, man. He's got the money.
They've got the money.
Yeah. They've all got the money. They're making. I mean, these are multi-billion-dollar industries, and they're sitting here telling us that we're those of us that actually like bleed and sweat to provide them the content that they turn around and then market to the masses and make all this money off of. Is that we're not worth more? We're not worth the pie. That's, you know, it's insulting on so many levels. But
yeah.
Anyhow, hi. This is not a SAG or WGA signatory project, and this is actually not scripted. So, you know, those of us who are in the unions, very, you know, pro-union, union strong here, we're allowed to hang out tonight, shoot the shit, and roll some dice and tell some stories and maybe even talk in some funny voices without risking running afoul of our brothers and sisters in arms here. So, on that note, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlethems. My name is DM Greg, and I am your Dungeon Master this evening. It's been 3 months since the last time we've been able to play, almost to the day. I don't even want to get into what has been going on in the back end as we've been trying to get these sessions going again. It has been a nightmare. Everything from schedules to equipment failure, to the Hollywood Fringe Festival coming and going, and absorbing my life for a solid 8 weeks. You know, it's been a lot. And that's just me. A lot has also changed for some of the folks sitting around here tonight as well. But we'll give everybody a minute to recap what they've been up to as we get into tonight's dice rolling festivities. We are down 1 player tonight, and we are going to be for the foreseeable future, unfortunately, because our dear Frankie Tortletoni, Seth Thygesen. Seth, we love you, bud. We miss you. Seth and his wife had their baby, and as a result, he is now sitting at home. And he's like, he and I have exchanged messages at 4:00 in the morning because I'm up at that time normally. And now he is discovering the joys of being awake at that hour while handling, bottles and diapers and stuff like that. So Seth, God bless you. Good on you. Elisa, we love you. We hope you guys are doing great. Baby looks beautiful. Congratulations. And I promise I won't kill Frankie tonight. All right, I promise. But again, real quick, my name is DM Greg, and I'm a professional dungeon master. You can book me to run games like this for you and your friends. I run games online or in person. Find me right now at mastermindadventures.com. I'm going to have a new URL for you guys to be checking out for all that stuff very soon. So more information on that in the coming months. But in the meantime, let's go on ahead and talk to our players and introduce some folks here. So let's not start it off with me. How about we start off with Mr. Matt?
Sure. Hello, I'm Matt. I'm playing Casan Jonar. If I recall correctly, it's been so long.
I know, right?
Warlock Hexblade Warrior, murder hoboing badass with a heart of gold, and newly engaged out of game.
Congratulations, brother. So happy for you.
Thank you.
How'd you do it?
Okay. The short version, and I'm happy to say that Paul and Nat and Seth were there to help. But so I dragged her back cross country to California under the guise of hanging out with friends and family, which is what we did anyway. But everyone was meeting up at a Ren Fair, which is Kronenberg over in Corona. And we get there. A friend of mine was acting as a raffle ticket gatherer for a Princess for a Day raffle contest, which she was forced to enter via her best friend, Ashton. We walked around for a bit before I feigned needing to use the bathroom, and I split off from the group to go meet up with my other cohorts and get suited up in armor. Meanwhile, they're kind of trying to corral her around the fair, but stay away from the arena area. And her parents and like their best friends arrived so that they could watch too, but they needed to be incognito. And apparently they were back to back with her at one point, and amazingly, her friends and her brother were able to like prevent them from seeing each other, or at least prevent her from seeing her parents. So that was exciting. I had no idea that was going on as I was preparing for what was going to happen next. But so by around 1 o'clock, they got her over to the arena where the raffle was going to be held. The guy called out a few fake names first and then pulled her name out of the box. So she and her best friend were led up to this kind of like pulpit with a king and a queen to have a couple of knights fight for the Princess for the Day's favor. So the king calls it out. These two guys in armor walk out into the arena and they start going at it with shields and hammers. One is victorious, so she's brought down onto the field to meet her victor. And at which point I take off my helmet and turn around to surprise her. And according to her, she didn't catch on to it until the helmet came off that it was me. I don't know. She's pretty sharp. But I worked really hard for the last 8 months to try to kind of obfuscate what was going on. And out came the ring, went down on one knee, and she said yes. And now here we are.
Bravo,
it was lovely. She was looking around when her name got drawn out saying, where the hell is Matt?
Yeah.
Where is it?
She was texting me, asking me where I was, and I got to pull out there. You know how you have some things that live rent-free in your head for your entire life?
Yeah.
One of these things is a description a friend of mine gave to me back in high school, where he came out of the bathroom, grabbed me by the shoulders, and said, I just pissed hot chocolate out of my ass. And so when she was texting me, asking me where I was, that was the line I gave her back.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was enough to kind of like discombobulate her enough to kind of forget what was going on and then follow the current that I had planned out for the events to unfold.
I imagine she had to be thinking, she's like, well, Matt would never lie to me. And this guy who's fighting out there is clearly not soiling himself. Therefore,
right?
it must not be Matt.
Well, the biggest problem with that is she was like, you never get sick. So like, are you in a really bad way right now that you're actually having a hard time?
Yeah.
And at that point, my phone is in a bag somewhere. I'm not responding because I'm in.
She must be like,
it's almost go time. So like, I couldn't really coordinate much at that point.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, man, dude. And that's
Thank
epic.
you.
And we've been, this has been getting kicked around for months and months. And my only heartbreak in this whole thing is that I didn't get to be the other guy to fight you. I'd have done that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that was the other thing too. We didn't have time to actually practice the fight.
Oh,
because
no.
Paul works in a sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got like 13-hour days, 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And that's Tuesday through Saturday. So we had no time to get together and practice. So the plan was, you're going to attack me a bunch of times. I'll attack back a few times. There was 2 beats that we had to hit the midpoint of the fight where he kicked me to the ground, and then the end of the fight where I took him down and healed him.
Amazing.
And then, you know John Gardner, yeah?
Yeah.
He was there with my other friend Travis to record it.
No shit.
So
wow.
I've got some footage. I need to get an editing program to put it together, but there will be a video of the events.
Oh, dude, I want to see all of this. I want to see all of this. But yeah, congrats.
Did I send you a still? I think I sent you a still from it. Did I send you her?
You did, and it looked badass. Yeah,
that's from his video. That's a still frame.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Epic. Well, hell yeah, man. Congrats to Jules. Very excited. Can't wait to hear all the details as they're coming together. And I'm celebrating my 14th anniversary tomorrow. So let me tell you, 14 years in, this isn't too bad. It's not too bad. When you got the right one, you're in good shape. So
you've beaten some serious odds there, hitting 14 years in this day and age.
No shit. My little brother, he just hit 17 years, and I'm just like, that's what blows my mind. But they got 4 kids too, so like they got the extra layer of locked in commitment. So Yep. Well, let's go ahead and bring it over to Mr. Anton Ray. Mr. Anton Ray, how you doing tonight, brother?
Oh, not so bad. How are you doing?
Hanging in. You ready to? Last we left you, I think you were actually still hanging out in the main courtyard, away from the rest of the party.
I was. We ended up splitting the party, even though you're never supposed to do that. But it was appropriate, and especially when they fought vampires and desperately needed me.
We'll get that figured out at one point, I promise. So
so I am Anton Ray. I play Miguelle Tortletoni. I am the youngest of the Tortletoni brothers by a full 1.5 minutes. And I'm the one who came out of a cracked shell, so I'm a little slow up here, but I'm big in here. And I got a new Sky Daddy, and I'm just here to cook the meals and try to make sure that my family stays in tip-top shape.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we're glad to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us again. God damn, it's good to see everybody. I've missed this. So, and let's go ahead and bring it over to our final 2 players for this evening.
Howdy.
Hey.
I am Nathalie Eckert. I play Vicki Wick Tortletoni. I enjoy shiny things and shooting things real hard with my magic crossbow. And all of these brothers' cousin from the beach, from the shore. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Paul Masterson, but in this world, I'm Anthony Tony the Tool Boy Tortletoni. I'm a dual-class Artificer and Wizard. I bring the pain to the enemies and to DM Greg when he has to look at my action economy, but I got to give him something to complain about.
Very good at that.
I've got my little mini army that he loves to slaughter. I've got my homunculus servant, Tiny Tony, with his Tiny Tony gun, and my owl familiar, Owl Capone, who when Greg isn't pin cushioning him is my little fire breathing owl.
Yeah,
he's got the best eyebrows in the business.
Exactly.
Just remember, the next time Tiny Tony goes down, you got to be like, look what they did to my beautiful boy.
What beautiful boy.
Oh, I love it. All right. So, who even remembers what the hell we were doing? I actually had to watch most of the last episode just to get caught back up.
Okay. Okay. So we had to slide across a giant rift where the river used to be, and then I almost died, but luckily everybody's some good rolls happened and some people saved me. Mostly Casan, he saved me from dying, and that's amazing. Even though
with a misty step into open air. That was an epic moment.
That open air. I mean, that right there was like the brass balls move of the night. Yeah.
Okay. And then we were going somewhere so that Frankie could talk to a guy, and then I could be a lookout. But then we ran across a whole bunch of refugees from all the devils fighting, because all the people who were the knights and protectors all started becoming these devil bad guys. I don't know bad guys, but someone signed a bad contract. We know that. They need to renegotiate, go on strike or something. Anyway, so then we were going, but one of the only other priests that we found who's got real power to help us build the bridge to connect the 2 halves of the city so that we can get all the refugees over to where all the supplies are and everything. So then I had to break off and help they wouldn't come with us and help build the bridge unless I helped with all the wounded. So then I had to break off. But then the rest of my brothers and my cousin and Casan, they continued on to try and find Frankie's contact, who's this crime lord in this city, or he's in I don't know. Anyway, Anyway, so they had to go find him,
Decent
but then there was some
acquisitions.
vampires in a tunnel or something. I don't know. I wasn't there.
All right. Yeah, so basically the rest of the party got ambushed by a pack of vampire spawn down in the sewers, and they had, after a brief but very intense battle, the players, our heroes, the Tortletonis here, managed to perform a complete rout of the enemy, and one of the spawn has parlayed to be spared and has said that that unless the party spares him and brings him safely back to the vampire to his vampire lord, that the individual that they seek, a smuggler known as Gable the Devil Balor, because Frankie had to know a guy and he had just been at WrestleMania, proving how long ago this plot thread's been hanging. That if they didn't bring him back, Gable would be dead. So that is the situation that the party is in at this point. Anton, you are still out in the courtyard right now dealing. And I had this notes like, who the hell is this priestess? Oh yeah, I had notes of an NPC priestess, and I had no recollection of her. And now I'm like, nope, that's right. That's who you've been dealing with. So you're actually still up in the courtyards right now, tending to the wounded, taking care of people. And it is at this point that a young man comes stumbling towards you, and he does not look well. He is sweating. He is pale. He is shaking very clearly. He is in clear physical distress. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong window. That's why I can't find my notes. Here we go. Handouts. No, I don't want the handouts.
Well, I'm gonna try and help him.
Okay. Yeah, you approach him, and he is. Give me a perception check.
Okay, that was the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
Okay. So, you look at him, and you actually see splattered across his chest, his face, his hands, looks to be this. The color shifts in the light, but you see this ichor that is black, then red, then silvery, then and it just is kind of like splattered all over him as if he had just gutted something and it bled on him. And you look with a 23, you actually notice that you see like the stains on his shirt and stuff like that. But then you see the stains starting to disappear, and you realize that this stuff is actually going through his clothes. And it is actually, you see, then you actually start to see ripples moving under his shirts, and you see the dots and the splatters on his face making lines as they like start covering and expanding on him. Roll me a D100, please.
Okay. Oops.
Oh.
No. That I just roll 100.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, hey, noted. I'm going to remember that trick for later when I really want to force a roll. All right. You see he actually is like panting, and his panting starts becoming a groan, and then you hear herking as if he's going to like vomit. And you see him double over in pain. What do you want to do?
I don't really know anything like about vampires with this character, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna see if I can help him.
Okay. Give me a medicine or a religion check.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the one I'm better at, so medicine. Nope.
All right. You have never seen anything like this before. Okay. This is a brand new thing. What he doubles over in pain. You see him actually his knees hit the ground, and he lets loose an ungodly howl. And he, at one point, like he kind of just like whips his arms out all of a sudden, and you see suddenly his shirt get torn to shreds, and there's red gashes across his chest all of a sudden. And you look, and his fingers have extended to about 6, 7, 8 inches long. They are razor sharp. They are.
Yeah, I blast him the sacred flame right in the face.
Okay. Yeah, give him yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna say auto crit because he's not even trying to defend it. He's not even conscientious of what's going on. You clean blow his head off. Yeah. Or you call the cleansing flame down upon him, and he is reduced to ash.
He heard you say, "I'm going to help you," and is confused as the holy fire engulfs his face.
Yeah.
Priestess lady.
Yes.
There was a bad guy, and I'm pretty sure he was undead, like bad guy thing.
What was going on?
Well, his fingers extended. He had blood flowing all through him to him, and it was just. I thought it was some kind of weird devil disease, but then he started to transform. So I just,
Where is he? Where is he now?
Oh, he's the headless corpse right there.
It's very important that you understand that that is probably the... Sorry, I have to make a DM decision here real quick. We've seen this. Anyone who comes into contact with the blood or remains of a demon after they are slain here in the lower planes, they suffer horrible mutations.
Well, that's bad. We got to stop that.
Well, the best way to stop it is to not touch the remaining ichor once a demon is slain. It will warp you here in the lower planes. I've seen some things in my lifetime, and I have fought demons above.
Well, we didn't know that. My brothers and my cousin are out there yes. Fighting demons. I gotta go. You gonna help us with this bridge, but like I gotta go. They're out there being like trying to save everyone, and they don't know that.
Everyone is at risk here. Everyone is at risk.
Yeah, but I start heading off where my siblings went.
Very well. I can't ask you to stay, and I'm grateful for the help you've given us already.
Look, I'll try and help wherever I can, but I gotta go.
Torm guide you.
Yeah. Him guide you too. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So you start heading off. Give me first off, give me a wisdom check. I'm going to say wisdom instead of intelligence. Because I'd actually like you to succeed at this. Well, nope. Yeah, you're heading off completely in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I'm going to use my inspiration to...
Okay.
I'll take that instead.
Okay, so yeah, you wander off camera, right?
Oh, no, it's this way. It's this way.
My friends, you go and you're like, I gotta go. You're gone for about 5 seconds, and then you come back, and you're just like, nope, they went that way. Yep, and you just keep going the other direction. Exactly. Yep.
Worth it.
Yep, worth it. All right, best use of inspiration this so far. All right. So, I'm gonna say that you do actually get into the warehouse, and you find the entrance to the sewer. Mm-hmm. And at this point, we're gonna go on ahead and cut it over to the rest of the party. Vicki, Tony, Casan, and Frankie, all of whom are currently being, taking a tied-up vampire spawn. And how do you guys want to have him lead you to his boss's lair?
Well, point of order. I'm trying to remember. Is my do I still have a Eldritch Cannon active? Or I don't. You
know what? For the just for the sake of I don't fucking remember either, we're gonna say yes because normally because that's pretty standard for you.
It was a flame cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have a question too. I forget.
Shoulder.
Did we end with, because I remember he gave us the ultimatum of you better take me to point A if you ever want to see this guy again, and then our retort was no, if you ever want to see anything ever again, you better take us to where the guy is. Did
And
we
then
resolve how he responded, or like?
He kind of looks at you confused, or like we cut back now, and he looks at you confused, and he says, "So we're basically asking for the same thing."
Yeah, but we got the upper hand, motherfucker.
Right. Yes, you do. You have very much the upper hand. I am at your mercy. Oh, gods, protect me. Oh, I have been. I fall at your feet. Oh, I am your prisoner. Please take me to. Let me take you to my leader. Spare me.
I'm gonna cut off one of his hands.
Ah!
Don't patronize me.
I'm not
I'm not having a good day. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Sorry. Okay, fine. I will take you to him. All right. So, how is it that you want to secure him? If you want to do anything at all in that regard, do you guys want to tie him up, force him to frog walk? Like, what are we talking about here? Because this
You
might
should probably gag him so he can't do any biting. Probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds right. And I'm trying to remember, is this are we, so DM and team, is this a person that was known to us that we're trying to save, or in terms of going to meet this
this is we're trying to find my friend, because I know a guy. I'm trying to find my buddy Gable Balor. I know him from that thing with the guys that one time back in Old Jersey. We don't talk about that, but
Frankie was supposed to meet up with him, but he went missing, or like he went to go help or do something.
Yeah, you got to remember his little goomba of a buddy here told me that he came up here to the warehouses to get supplies, and he ain't come back yet. And now we find these pointy, fanged, face, ugly motherfuckers telling us that that this is their territory now. So we got to go bust some heads, maybe.
Okay, if that's what we gotta do, we gotta do.
Good with
All
that.
right.
Yeah. Also, my cock is about half the length of my body. I just need to establish that right now. So, just in case you didn't know.
Did it get smaller? Because I thought it was the full length. It's cold down here.
It's cold in hell.
It's cold. Yeah.
It's cold in hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So, Seth, no apologies. All right. So, so you guys want to gag him? You want to bind his hand and his stump at this point? Do you want to do any sort of like?
I think we're gonna have to do some sort of weird tying thing because we can't tie his hands together since he's only got one now.
Yeah.
But let's make sure it's secure. Maybe we should. If we put a stake in him, what happens? Not like through the heart, but like, can we stake his hand to his shoulder and then secure that just so he can't try anything?
What's your alignment?
I mean, between
chaotic awesome.
No, I mean, but like so I understand that you really want to go to chaotic edgelord here and go at the moment, but I'm just checking for a variety of purposes.
I'm pretty sure I was chaotic. No, some kind of neutral.
Okay, I think you're chaotic neutral, if I recall correctly.
I'm neutral good. But this is a vampire that's threatening people's lives, right? I don't view him as a self-governing entity worthy of mercy.
I mean, between my engineering and Vicky's potty shibari skills, like or potty knots, like we can get this guy tied up pretty snug.
Yeah.
He ain't.
I think if you go full shibari on him, he's not going to be a threat to anybody. So, yeah.
I can tell you from my childhood, you can't get out of Vicky's knots.
Yeah. Did you hear that in terms of for muzzling him?
No, which.
I pull out a ball gag from my bag and put it on him, and we all got rope, so we should have plenty of rope.
This is one of your potty favorite ones, right? It's not like your best one. This is like
absolutely.
This is your lend out one.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's one I picked up a few weeks ago on the ground from a potty. I haven't touched it for a special occasion. I think this is good for that.
That's good. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So yeah, he's Okay, I have so many regrets right now, but yes, he's currently bound and gagged and not going anywhere.
Yep.
I mean, I think his legs are probably like he can walk, but he ain't running.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're basically poking him forward, going, and you got him like on. I'm assuming that there's a leash.
Well, of course.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's a good boy.
The safe word. Yeah. the safe word is Sword Coast. So. Yeah. So you guys get him all leashed up, and you're just like, all right, take us to your leader. And he starts bringing you through the sewers, and it's a little bit of time goes by. I'm gonna say.
Well, wait. Are we going back out the thing, or are we, trying to remember where we are, how far away we are from where we left Miggy in terms of just.
Well, you were in the basement of the warehouse, and then that connected to. There was a hole in the wall that connected to the sewers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, Miggy, I'm gonna say that with a 27, with an honest to God critical success, you actually do manage to find the warehouses, and the one warehouse in particular with a door that's kicked in. You find evidence of combat, blood splattered on the walls, what looks to be remains, of undead, ash on the ground, things like that. You could tell that some shit's gone down.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically follow the trail of chaos until it reaches into the basement, then until it reaches a hole in the wall. You go through into the sewers, and
I'm good at tracking now.
Yeah, give me a survival check with advantage. Okay, and 11 and a 16. Okay, you know what? With the 16, I'm going to say that with the 16, you hear voices coming down from one of the sewer pipes as you're going, and it sounds familiar.
Are they loud total voices?
Yeah. Frankie's going like, yeah, my cock is about half the length of my...
Frankie!
Yeah. Maggie!
Don't touch anything. I'm gonna find you.
No, you be careful. What are you doing? I thought you was up on the surface helping people.
I get lost a couple.
Hey, yeah, Marco.
Marco.
Hello.
I never understood this game.
You just follow the sound of my voice.
Okay,
all right. So yeah, you finally get there, giving away all sense of surprise and pretty much letting everything in the sewer know that you guys are around. But you arrive just as they have finished literally tying up a very pale-looking body on the ground, who then gets up with a bright pink Hello Kitty ball gag wrapped around its face. And
you're in quiet time too, huh? Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. All right. So, you end up meeting up with everybody else, and I'll let you guys chat real quick.
Okay.
What are you doing down here?
There was something really important I had to tell you.
Okay. What is it?
Something happened up there?
Did it have something to do with touching things like you were screaming about?
Yes. Don't do it.
Don't do what? Don't touch what?
For that.
Wait. It's too much. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So the grossness, the blood, the ichor, all the things from the devils and the demons and the things down here that can cause mutations, and because we had this guy who was flowy and long fingery things, and I had to blow him up, and so it was bad. So don't touch things. So if you get don't get the stuff on you. If you get it on you, get it off real fast. We'll burn it away.
What stuff?
The guts and blood and ichory thing. Yeah, I don't know. the leftover bits.
So as I'm listening to this, I rolled an Arcana of 25. Do I have any insight into this? Have I ever learned any of this stuff in terms of how to potentially, how to / how not to as an artificer to fuck around and find out?
Yeah. So according to the exact definition of the Arcana skill, your Intelligence Arcana check measures your ability to recall lore about spells, magic items, eldritch symbols, magical traditions, the planes of existence, and the inhabitants of those planes. Now, what I'm going to say is that this definitely falls under the last two categories. And with the 25 Arcana, yeah, you do remember hearing stories of how how demons, when they are slain in the lower planes, their bodies melt away, leaving behind a puddle of ichor and gore. And you have heard stories. You've never seen it. You've never had an eyewitness account, but you've read accounts. No scientific research has ever been done on this, or arcanic research has been done on this, because who's going to portal all the way to hell just to cut up some willing demons, and slice and dice them for science? Ain't nobody doing that. But you have read accounts of people who have witnessed individuals who touch the remains of demons after they are slain in the lower planes and the mutations that can cause. Now, inhabitants of these lower planes do not suffer that. It is only individuals from external planes, most likely just the material ones.
Interesting.
So
I'm going to have to take some samples at some point. Yeah.
Yep. And you also read a theory that this could be weaponized somehow.
Yeah. Sounds like a great way to jack some people up.
Get some extra XP. So,
so that Miggy starts saying this, and you're like, oh yeah, I do remember in Tobin's Spirit Guide. I remember reading about that. That's a thing. That's a thing. So, yeah, good call, Egon. Thanks for the tip. Don't cross the streams.
So you're saying less fuck around and find out, more mess around and observe?
Yeah,
it's basically a scientific method at that point.
All right.
Put it in some little vials, put it on some of Vicky's bolts, really give people a bad day. Then again, depending on how they mutate, could be kind of bad for us. I don't know. I got to think about it.
Aren't we trying to save everyone from our plane?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just talking about if we ever got to really kind of smash somebody in the face, who deserves it. We're still trying to save people. I'm just saying
So always good. Take a terrible devil demon infected arrow back to our plane to create more devil demon monstrosities.
Wait, Miggy, was he kind of incapacitated while this metamorphosis was happening?
He was screaming and crying out and experiencing horrific pain. Yeah, right up until the moment I blew his head off. Yeah, it was pretty horrible, and I don't think we should do any of that.
Well, you got to have options. You never know when someone might, come and.
I'm pretty sure that's not an option we should do.
The scientist in me begs to differ, but hey, options.
So Paul picked the Institute on his Fallout 4 playthrough. Copy that.
How dare you, sir? We're in a war. We're in a war right now.
War never changes. Yeah, where's it? There's Ron Perlman for you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you have your the gang's all here, and you have your party boy prisoner.
Who's your friend?
A bunch of vampires tried to jump us, and they thought they were gonna really mess us up, but we messed them up. And this vampire here we got tied up, he says he knows where Frankie's buddy is, who was trying to help us get everybody rallied. So we could be walking into a trap. but we're trying to find Frankie's friend so we can help these people.
Okay. Hey, vampire guy.
Huh?
If you try to lead us into a trap or betray my family, I'm going to burn you up with holy fire from the inside out.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an intimidation check.
I mean,
And you know what? I'm going to give you advantage on it too because he's not really digging the ropes. You know, some prisoners you get them all tied up and they're like, "Ooh, I like this." You know, the sweet surrender of not having to be in control for the moment. And yeah, you're like he is thoroughly convinced of the fact that you will smoke his ass before he even has a chance to hiss. So yeah, you think that you have compliance at this point.
I was just telling him the truth.
Yeah. No, the DM knows, trust me.
So does Al Capone.
That one was not me. That one was not me.
He came and he scared me.
1 hour later. All right. So, all right. So you guys carry on. You frog march your guy into through the sewers, and he actually leads you around. Give me a round of perception checks as you go. All right. Nat, I'm going to say with a 20 perception, you guys are going through a number of dark tunnels, and you're all pretty decent at being able to make the mental map in your head of which way you're going, and you feel like that you might be getting taken the long way around a little bit. Just the general sense you're getting, because you could swear that you saw that the other end of that corridor, like 5 minutes ago as you were going, that you were on the far end of it. But then again, he might be intentionally leading you around security measures, for all you know. So there's a little bit of concern there. But eventually, you guys wind up outside of in the vomitorium to a larger chamber underground, lit by torches and flickering. And inside, you hear a couple of voices speaking. You can't exactly make out what's being said, but it sounds like at least two men present. And they are... it doesn't sound tense at all. It actually sounds collegial.
And these are, can I tell if they're human men, or I just know?
Sounds it.
Okay.
It sounds like they're speaking common, but you're far enough away, and there's just enough of an echo that you can't quite make out what's being said.
Okay. With our prisoner Gimp, I take him and I basically take his ear and drag it pretty violently towards me. I'm like, "Where are we?" And I'm like, "Promise not to scream, or else I will rip your ear off and kill you."
That hurts. Huh.
No, it's not your jam. Okay, good to know.
Oh, no. I said the safe word like 42 times.
Well, unfortunately, this is not a consensual relationship, so I cannot respect your boundaries this time.
Oh.
Where are
I mean, there could be a consensual relationship. Wait, never mind.
Yeah.
He kind of stops and is just like, "We are outside the chambers of my lord, the High Rider."
Okay. And everyone's like, can hear what he's saying, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And
High Rider ring a bell for anyone?
Yeah. High Rider does ring a bell. That is an office. That is a position of the.
So we fight some of them off. We thought they're supposed to be like the.
Those the Hell
Give
Riders.
me, give me intelligence or knowledge checks. Knowledge, history, or intelligence. Because you guys have absorbed a lot of knowledge, and it's been 3 fucking months. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the opportunity here,
Say,
or I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that your characters remember more than you do right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Okay. So a 20, a 4, an 18, but that's a nat 20 for Mr. Miguelle and a 15 for Vicki. So the minute he says High Rider, Anton, you and actually, I would say everybody except for Casan, all y'all, Casan, you're actually like looking around, like trying to make sure that no one's getting the jump on y'all. Okay. But the rest of you freeze because you remember suddenly a bunch of things start falling into place. 50 years ago, the companion was summoned to eliminate a vampire, a coterie of vampires. One of them was the High Rider of the city, who at the time was the equivalent of High Overseer. And it was said that all the vampires were destroyed by the companion.
That companion was full
Maybe
of
not.
shit.
Sounds like history is not quite accurate.
Accurate.
sounds like if he wasn't destroyed, like this whole deal might be total bullshit,
Well,
or some real tomfuckery happened.
hey, Gable! What the fuck? You hear like the conversation stop down in the hallway as Frankie starts yelling because Frankie is just like, Frankie gonna Frankie. You hear the conversation stop, and you hear a voice call out, Frankie! Hey! You in there? Yeah, I'm in here. What's going on? Oh, what are you doing down here, huh? Come on in. It's fine.
So we stroll on in.
Okay. Inside, you see a well-muscled, middle-aged guy. He's got long black hair, tan skin. He's got like the Brutus the Barber beefcake vest going, and what looks to be leather pants, jacked up, probably roids. You know, we're talking like 1980s peak steroid era pro wrestling, WWF. Vince McMahon would have signed this guy in a heartbeat kind of feel to him, and he's got a bow strapped across his back and a pair of swords on his hips, and a couple of daggers in strategic places, and then he's standing in the middle of the room, and above him, I should say, is a bit of a dais with a chair, a throne really, and sitting atop that throne is an individual with placid white skin, long jet black hair, red eyes, sharp red eyes that flicker and watch and move around and seem to see nothing and everything all at once. And he wears what looks to be the uniform and the markings of a lord of the city.
Hi.
Who are your friends? My lord, I know these guys. Let me handle this. I am very intrigued to see how you do. Hey, and Gable comes strolling up. Frankie, what the hell are you doing down here? And what do you got this guy for? What's going on?
Okay, we fill him in.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gone for a day, and Strowman's trying to overthrow me already. Is that what's going on here? He's trying to get me written off for dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, I'm gonna deal with him. He's a fugazi. He doesn't know what he's talking about. All right. Look, we came up here for supplies. We thought this was an easy score. We knew the warehouse. As it turns out, there are other parties with an interest in this area right now. But I think a deal can be negotiated for everybody's benefit.
You feel me? With the vampires?
Yeah, with the vampires. Yeah. You're the one from the crack shell. Frankie told me about you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said you're a good one. Hey, we don't talk about that.
Frankie, I don't think we should make deals with the vampires because they need people. They need normal people to be able to live. So keeping supplies from
They need. Yeah, you're right. They need blood to live.
So they should
And
just
you know
give us
what?
the supplies.
Well, you know what the problem is that they're going to run out of supplies of blood down here. But you know what they got? They control the food supply right now. They got they got control of the emergency food and water.
Annie, this doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
And Anthony.
Yeah, we got to hear what they're. I mean, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. What? So, Frankie, but it's forget Frankie's buddy's name. Gable. So yeah,
Yeah, you're Anthony, right?
Yeah, I'm Tony. Yeah, I mean,
Tony.
You call me Tony, call me Thule, whatever you like. I fix problems. I'm I'm the problem.
Yeah, you're the tool man.
Yeah, exactly.
Said you're really good at tuning guys up.
That's true. I'm also known as a troubleshooter. If people make trouble, I shoot them. The question. So how do we? These demons seem to be wanting to kind of bend everybody over a barrel and poke them with hot irons until they can't scream no more. Trying to get these people out of here. I imagine the demons probably want to do the same thing to the vampires as well. So trying to get these guys. Unless I'm mistaken.
Look, that's the thing, is that I think that my enemy and my enemy can be my friend here, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, they need blood. They're not looking to make. He's not looking to make any more vampires right now. Okay, because that just means you run through the supply. All right. He's looking for sustenance at the moment. So, if we can arrange for some people to offer enough of themselves up that it does them no harm, but keeps the High Lord here sustained. He's willing to supply, to share the food and water rations. And it's not just the High Lord. He's got about 10 spawn that also need to be fed too.
Do they have to like
2 less at this point if we're keeping score?
I'm sorry, what?
2 less spawn at this point if we're keeping score.
No, it was about 6.
6 less spawn.
Yeah, you guys took out about half a dozen of them.
That's right.
I don't need to mention.
Demand has dropped significantly.
Yeah, no disrespect. It was just
Nah, it's business.
Yeah,
it's all business down here. Look,
they stepped to the Tortletonis and they didn't know who they were stepping to. Do you gotta kill these people, or like, can I I'm pretty good. We got some medical experience. Can we just kind of jar up some blood for you, or I'm just wondering about the particulars.
It needs. Perhaps you should talk to the boss himself. There's certain things that I can't speak to.
Nope.
Okay, but what I am trying to say right now.
Yeah.
Frankie, I love you. Yeah, I know. But you got a hot fucking temper. I know. And I don't need you fucking this up for everybody. I know. Look, just because that one time you bail me out of things, it doesn't mean you get to talk to me and talk me down and tell me how I get to do my business. Okay.
Also, the 6 times last week, and the 4 times the week before that, twice the week before that. About 3 dozen times while we were in the barrel maze.
Yeah. Hey, listen to your brother. He knows what he's talking about. God damn it. All right.
So, Mr. Vampire Lord, I don't know if you've got a preferred title. I don't want to be disrespectful.
From across the room, you hear, "You may approach."
How do you like to be addressed? Titles are.
I am High Rider Clive Akaya.
High Rider Clive Akaya?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good name.
And I was once Lord of this city. And now I have been reduced to living here for 50 years.
Slight side question because we got to get back to the business. But didn't they make that deal with like the overseer thing that appeared to like destroy you? Or
They tried. Yes. They destroyed many of my spawn. I regret that when I first turned, I made several bad decisions. One of them was trying to hide my condition, thinking that I could control it. The hunger grew and grew until I could no longer. My plan was simply to overthrow the monarchy, to bring order and justice to the city. Sadly, though, I could not control the beast within at the time. And neither could my spawn. Things grew out of control. I do not blame the citizenry for doing what they did. Although I do find it to be a cruel twist of irony that what they thought was saving them, what they thought was deliverance, was really their demise.
I mean, one,
And now
one
we all
does
find
not
ourselves
simply
down here.
overthrow the monarchy, right?
I mean, I don't want to.
Oh, it's quite easy when you know where they all live. The Knight of Red Knives is one that still lives in legend here.
So is this like an opportunity for you to maybe redeem yourself and save the people and kind of like, balance your ledger?
Sure, let's go with that.
Miggy has
Okay.
a question over here.
Miguel, what is your question?
Oh, I forgot what were we talking about.
We're just trying to figure out kind of some of the stuffs of how like the overseer was here and whether he was around when that happened, whether it was about him.
Yeah. So I'm okay. I have two questions.
Yes.
So you said when you first turned, you made a couple mistakes, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you made a bunch of progeny, and you don't want to do that anymore. And then you
Well, I cannot at this point.
and then you had lost control of the hunger, but you used the part of speech where it's in the past.
Yes.
So does that imply that you got control of the hunger?
50 years is a lot of practice.
Okay, good, because they don't have a high overseer right now who knows how to do anything, right? And so they could really use you. If you know how to run things and get people to act together, they could use you. But
Well, I'm afraid that in my current condition, I would not be popular with many.
who cares? Everyone's turning
You're a
into...
lot nicer looking than most of the stuff out there ripping people apart at the moment. Like if there was a right time, this is the right
How
time.
many?
The
I
Lord
see
had
the-
never... I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go on.
But
No, go on.
the fancy guy, the Lord of Neverwinter, he's out there taking control. And I don't know about, I don't know if I had a fancy Lord of Neverwinter coming to the shore, I would.
One of the masked lords or the unmasked lord?
I don't know.
I don't think he had a mask on.
Then you're not talking about Neverwinter. Could it be somewhere else? The Sword Coast, Baldur's Gate?
Sure. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it was Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's right.
One of the big fancy cities. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's some big fancy lord. He's up there. But I know people always want one of their own to be in charge. And, you may be like half dead or whatever, but you're one of their own, right?
I am indeed.
Well, maybe then do the right thing and just take all this food and stop trying to negotiate the best possible position and just take the food, feed your people, and take and step into the position and be the new monarch or whatever.
What of the Hell Riders?
Well, we'll blast them whenever we can, and you take the rest.
No.
They
you
jumped
misunderstand.
sides pretty quick, and then we kicked their asses so hard that they ran away.
Yeah,
so they're
they
in the
joined the
wind. at the
Devils.
moment. Yeah,
No.
yeah, they
They
bitched out.
betrayed the people. That's what I'm saying. You could save everybody.
They have violated their oath. There are few things that I hold more sacred than anything else. You speak wisely, Miguelle.
I do? About what?
Yes,
Okay.
there is a wisdom to your words, and there is a logic to what you are saying. I will make the supplies here available to the city if they can agree to provide me with sustenance and my children with sustenance, not while we swear to control the hunger and not harm anyone. At this point, your prisoner says, my lord, they have slain half of my brethren. And he sits and looks at all of you for a moment, thinks it over. 5 fewer mouths to feed means that my request should be even less of an inconvenience at this point, shouldn't it?
Yeah, and it's not like we kicked in the door and said, hey, it's time to die. They attacked us and we defended ourselves.
2 points. Just want to bring up again. A, we didn't start the fight, but we sure as shit finished it because we're from the shore and that's what we do. 2, yeah, people are in a bad way up there. So especially if they ain't going to, eat it to, give some food to you guys, I think this is a situation where there's more than a few people who are more than happy to accommodate.
Very well.
Also, there ain't no sun up there, so...
Yes, I have yet to venture beyond the underground here for 5 decades. But my children have gone forth and told me that they are able to walk on the surface and that it is a time of eternal twilight up there.
A little bit of information just to show goodwill. Hopefully this helps us all work out. For you and your children, you probably already know this because, demon riders, etc. But the Ica, after the demons, etc., get slain, it appears to be have an infectious nature to it and a corrupting nature. So, just a little heads up because, don't want you guys getting buggered. If we're on.
That only affects the living.
What's that?
That only affects the living.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
I have been relieved of that for quite some time now.
as I said, that bit of information
that's a relief.
Yeah.
For me, at least. If you would be willing to plead my case and help me make my offer to the city, I would be willing to come back and hopefully lead the people of El Terrell to survival.
Okay.
And a return to our homeland.
Okay, but there's a lot of people up there who are really sick and kind of hurt and kind of starving. So if you got medical supplies too stashed away, or people who know how to heal wounds and stuff, they could really use it.
I have made my offer clear. All of this will be made available.
Okay.
All I need are those willing to consensually offer a piece of their essence to me so that I may sustain myself.
Well, just not enough to hurt anybody.
Correct.
Okay, here you can have a bite of me. It's fine.
I'm sorry, I don't like cold dishes. Please forgive me.
Oh right, yeah, because
A little different.
I prefer my meals warm, if you don't mind.
Just so that we're clear when we're pitching your case, etc. Are you wanting to take over once you're up there? You want us highlighting the aspects of you were trying to overthrow the corrupt bourgeoisie back in the day and kind of lost control of your coup. I just want to make sure
History is written by the victors. I'm sure that any history regarding me is written from that perspective and also not terribly flattering. Then again, the night of the Red Coup was a bloody, bloody affair, and the bloodletting went far beyond where it was supposed to. That is my fault, and that is something I have been answering for a very long time.
Gotcha. I just don't want us to have problems down the road in terms of how we're pitching your story and what you want to do. You're basically saying you're here to save the people. If they're good to give up some blood, they ain't gonna die. And you're looking for consensual leadership of the people, and that's kind of the bottom line, right?
Correct.
Oh, excellent. I think that's an easy story to tell.
Oh, and you promise not to kill yourself, because I think that's a real important thing right now for them.
Huh?
And
Why would I promise? Of course I would promise not to kill myself.
The last High Overseer killed himself right before.
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that Krieg?
Yeah. I think
Krieg is dead.
Yeah, I think it looks like he was trying to create a loophole. I think he kind of knew what was coming down the pipe, and he offed himself.
What happened precisely?
Well, I tried to talk to his spirit, and then he had already arranged that someone else had already done it. So someone knows, but yeah.
What?
We haven't.
No, but I'm still unclear as to the details of why we are in this position that we are in right now, and that is not a normal scenario for someone of
He made a
my
deal
usual means.
with a very sassy, bald,
Really powerful,
angry lady.
Yeah,
which is where the companion came from. That after X amount of time,
Zariel?
Yes, and I think after 50 years, was it 50 years? This shit happens, and right before that went down, he offed himself, either as a loophole or because he's a goddamn coward that couldn't face the consequences of his actions. And that's why we're where we're at right now.
Yeah,
I would.
This deal gave all the souls, etc., of the Hell Riders and the people who call it town, to this entity.
He sold the entire city to Zariel just to kill me.
It's kind of looking that way.
I mean,
did you guys get the date or something? Because it seemed real spiteful.
At the time, the city was a blighted hellscape, pun not intended, because my children were running it, ran it every night. The day offered no respect. I do not blame them for what they did to stop me. I don't. I understand it. But to face his actions like a coward like that bears further scrutiny. Interesting.
Frankie.
Suicide is not a way out of a pact. Not
Frankie,
with these. Not
I don't know
with
what scrutiny means.
Very well. Here's what I will request of you. Go forth, or send a messenger. Speak to the High Observer. Offer them. Let them know I would like an audience with them, and I would like to help. And if they are willing to accept that, then I shall meet with them on their terms.
Yeah, I think they're going to want to meet with you. You got a sending stone or a particular way they will let you know.
I can run word back here. I can do that.
Yes. Is this ball gag guy?
This is no. This is Gable.
Oh, Gable.
Yeah. Ball gag guy is he's still shibari'd up and is just kind of sitting there humiliated at the moment. But also kind of strangely into the degradation, I don't know. I mean,
eventually you get into it. No.
Yeah, eventually, So, it's like it doesn't even bother me that I can't feel my fingers anymore because I'm dead anyway, So, so yeah, at that point, Gable kind of looks at all y'all. And he's like, "I'll go with you, and I can run the message back once we get word." Okay. And as a show of good faith, I shall have 2 of my remaining children bring a sample of what it is that we can offer. He points at the vampire currently tied up, and you actually watch as the ropes all burst off of him. Just poof. And he's like, whoa, aha, oh, whoo, oh. Falk, yes, master. Prepare a cart full of supplies. Food, water, medicine. They are to take it with them, and you are to defend it with your very existence. Do not let anyone harm it. This peace offering must reach there intact. It is more important than even your continued existence. Do you understand me? Yes, yes, master, I do. The cart should be ready in about an hour. Until then, I appreciate you not being like stereotypical adventurers and coming in spells blazing. I've had encounters with explorers from time to time, and it never ends well when it happens like that.
Yeah, we're known for talking.
Clearly.
Right, Frankie?
Yeah, talking. That's what the fuck we do. What the fuck? Yeah. All right.
And thank you, because everyone was hungry, and good luck getting your throne and everything.
Right. All right. You are at this point. You are given. He kind of dismisses you and says, "There are other. If there is going to be any sort of negotiations to be had here, I must prepare. So if you'll excuse me." Gable at this point kind of takes you guys and starts bringing out to the front, back towards the sewers. Yeah. So hell of a day, huh? Hell of a week.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
That guy was way nicer and more reasonable than I thought he would be.
That's true.
Well, you know, he's trying his best not to get feral, and that's very important.
Have you had dealings with him
that's
before this, Gable, or is this like you just bumped into him and...
Let's say I deal with a lot of figures, and a lot of them don't like their identities being known. And today filled in a few blanks for me. How about that? You know, he's been here 50 years. He's had his fingers in everything. I think I've been dealing with his people without even realizing it for a long time. So, anyway, yeah, Falk runs off and grabs a couple of the other surviving vampire spawn who were hanging out on the ceiling and in other places kind of unobtrusively. They all kind of come out and start heading out to back towards the warehouses. All right, so what's the plan now? What are we doing?
We got to wait for this cart to get filled up, and we take that back to the leadership and negotiate temporary big words that mean someone else is running things for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, I know we're trying to be all nice with Mr. Pointy Mouth Face here and everything, but, you know, what if we give him back the throne here and he don't want to give it up?
That's a good point.
Well, Miggy's good at blowing their heads up, right?
Well, yeah, but honestly, not our town.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think having to get it back from a vampire lord is like that's a good situation to be in because it means we're out of hell, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's on them after that. They need the person who can help us, but help them get out of here. And if they want to be free from them afterwards, I guess, you know, then they can figure that out themselves.
So what you're telling me is that this is a problem for tomorrow us, not today us, right?
Yeah.
I like that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. All right.
Frankie is grumbling. He's definitely not happy about any of this.
But I mean,
I don't know why you don't want me to just go in there and cut that fucking guy's heads off. You know?
well, because we need someone who's like kind of a mythological figure, who's from the stories, who can say, "Look, the story you've been told is wrong. Look what happened." I can be the mythological figure you can follow, and then people will like gain faith, and because faith is important for, and especially for fighting devils and demons and stuff like that, we gotta have more faith, not less.
Yeah, but you want to put your faith in this thing?
I just need them to have faith in something.
All right, Miggy. All right. Okay, so it's about an hour later. I'm going to say that you guys actually do manage to find a way to get the cart across the chasm. A combination of ropes and magic and a few other things.
I have wind wall.
Wind wall. Boom, wind wall. Wind wall basically just gently gets the cart across the chasm, and you guys
I'll spend the spell slot.
Yep, thank you, sir. You guys go rolling back.
Do we get a short rest before we head back? Because it takes an hour to pack the cart.
Yeah, I'm going to say you guys get a short rest with that hour. Yeah. Absolutely. Not giving you that short rest for any particular reason at all. No sirree, Bob. You know, you guys don't need a short rest. Now that you've had one. Yeah. Oh, did I? You know what? I forgot to activate you guys' characters in the campaign tonight. Hold on. Let's see.
See, to take back with that Arcane Recovery a level 2 slot or 2 level 1 slots?
Questions.
I'm gonna take my level 2 slot back. I think that's a
yeah, that's a good one. Okay. So you managed to get back to the tower, and I'm going to say, just for ease of storytelling here, that you do have a couple of small encounters, small skirmishes, but mostly unorganized. Some demons, some devils. It still feels like chaos. Think downtown Iraq, early 2000s. You know, or downtown Kuwait City, or Kuwait City, Baghdad. Think downtown Baghdad, like 2003, is what you're looking at right now. Shit's bombed out. There's little skirmishes happening here and there. You're running into survivors. You're running into some horrible sights. But you managed to get back to the High Observer's Tower up on the hill, and you come bearing gifts. And the guards usher you in. And at this point, you what did I do? I have all the notes from Frankie's thing. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, yes. The new High Observer. And then, yes, the new High Observer, Judy or Dash. You see her and a couple of her associates, including the High Lord of oh my God! Sorry, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Of Baldur's Winter, right?
Yes, exactly. Baldur's Winter. Yep. And you see them, Raven Guard, older Raven Guard. You see older Raven Guard. You see Judy Dash, and some of his guards, some of her guards and associates. They are in an intense argument debating about what to do to help protect the city right now, and how to organize things. And they are very much at each other's throats. She's screaming at him that this isn't even his city and he has no authority here. He's screaming at her that she is indecisive and no experience and has no idea what she is doing. And as you come in, it sounds like it's going to be it's not far from blows at this point.
So we stroll on into that.
Yeah, that's what you that's what you stroll into.
All right.
Tony,
So
I think we need your words in this case.
Hey, all you motherfuckers! The Tortletonis are returning! Ba 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 ba! We got some news, so shut your fucking yaps and let us tell you what's going on!
They both stop and look at you, and they're just like the barely constrained glares of fury from everybody up there at the moment. This is such white hot rage that they're looking at you with that it could melt steel beams. Okay, like that's like just how. And the High Observer clears her throat. Yes. Welcome back, friends, Tortletonis. How goes?
I'm sorry to interrupt. It seemed like you were having a lot of fun. But
Yes, fun. That is the word.
Yeah, those of us who, we've been kind of active during this time. We got some pretty good news, I think. Some pretty good news. I want everyone to take a little bit of a pause because you might be a little bit concerned on the optics of the folks who are helping with this this carriage full of water, food, and medicine. So everyone just play it cool.
They all stop and they notice the carriage for the first time. And at that point, High Lord Ravengard turns and says, "Where did you procure that from?"
Okay. Got to start at the beginning. So, as we know about the the deal that the former High Overseer made, etc., and the Knight of Knives and all of that crazy stuff. We're not from here, so apologies if I stumble over some of the history. What's that?
Tell them about the Ichor. It's real important.
Oh, before anyone forgets, if you're fighting demons, etc., very important thing. When you cut down a demon or a devil, the Ichor that's there, do not touch it. It will cause anyone who is alive to mutate, and it'll basically turn you over to their side or kill you if you're lucky. So don't touch it, okay? Now, back to what
important note. Thank you for that.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Safety note.
Okay, so yeah, that vampire, the High Rider that this whole deal was made over 50 years ago.
Slavakaya, yes.
Yeah, so he's not dead. So this whole deal to
like surprise, just complete washes over their face. Like, I'm sorry. The High Observer is like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, don't worry. I know it's very shocking. So. This whole deal, basically there was a lot of corruption going on. He had a grand plan, took his big swing. He acknowledges that he really biffed it, and a lot of people died who weren't supposed to. But basically, he's been underground this entire time, and he's got a lot of food, medicine, and water, and he's willing to help the people of the town get out of this literal hellhole. In exchange for some willing blood from folks. He's not going to kill anybody. He's just looking for willing sustenance. It looks like he's really looking to make amends for his mistakes in the past. He wants to help this city return to not hell. And we killed a bunch of his coterie who tried to jump us. They fucked around and found out about what happens when you mess with.
I don't think this is the important part. Yeah.
But I just want to make sure they know that we're not, just like his lackey. Like we had a conversation with them to meet with somebody we knew. So
it is important because it's much less blood they need to sustain themselves.
True, we did everybody
it's a smaller ass gun.
Yeah. So point being, the former, head writer, Clav, he wants to help fix things. He feels bad. I only met this guy recently, but he seems genuine. So he's offered to meet on your terms. He seems to feel really bad about what happened. that, best of intentions and really terrible results. And this is a proof of his goodwill. And that's sort of where we're at right now. But because right now, I think all these demons, et cetera, that are going on, I think it seems like we're kind of backed into a corner. And
A little bit. Maybe
we should rally. He's very upset also that the Hell Riders broke their oath and aren't protecting the people. He's part of my French, but he's fucking pissed that these Hell Riders have not been protecting the people. Hopefully that, I was surprised, but that's where we're at. We, and as I said, this card is a token of goodwill.
They both kind of look at each other, look at you suspiciously. And what? So you, pardon me, that this is a lot to absorb in a very short amount of time here. Where is he situated exactly?
Well, I don't think that's important. In case,
okay. No. I think it is important. Where in town is he?
Below ground.
Is he Yes. Is he located in?
Sweet.
All of these are the city stores. Are you telling me that he is based? He has the warehouses?
Oh yeah, he's got it all.
The High Observer kind of deflates a little bit. Raven Guard looks at her, looks at the rest of you. Not much of a choice then. Without those supplies, every living person here will starve or die of thirst in days.
Wait, I would just like to point out I was very particular about making sure that he wasn't looking for sacrifices or to turn people or to kill anybody, because that's kind of a bugaboo with me.
I understand that, but the implication is that he also wants the throne. Is that correct?
I think that's a discussion to be had. I think he wants to know what the people want. He recognizes if the people ain't alive, there ain't nothing to lead.
It was our idea that he might be better suited to organizing an offensive against the demons to get us out of here. Having been a previous High Observer and seasoned individual.
I know that I do not have many years of. I do not have the years of experience that those who previously have held this office. But how dare you? How dare you try to undercut me and my authority here? This is treachery at its highest. You invite someone in to overthrow me.
Isn't treachery at its highest the last guy who sold everyone into hell?
Yeah.
And the treachery continues now.
I think Miggy got something to say, and then I'm gonna piggyback on it because and Miggy, what you got? Go for it, buddy.
You have no right to negotiate on my behalf and tell me that make assurances to anyone that I will step aside.
We didn't. We didn't. He said he wants to talk, and he's open. We didn't promise anybody nothing. He didn't demand nothing. He basically came with an offering. He said he wants to talk.
He's coming from a position of wanting to get the city out of hell.
Yeah.
Take from that what you will. Or you could keep arguing with Baldur's Gate over here, and that seemed to be going pretty good.
Miggy, what you got?
So, when the vampire lord guy, Clav.
Yeah, Clav.
Okay.
Kaya.
Yeah. So when Clav was holding on to the supplies in exchange for blood, I said to him, well, if everyone starves, you're going to starve too. And he said he's just going to give it to you for free. And he wants to talk to you and figure out everything. And I'm sorry, he's got a right to that throne as much as you do, because your entire legitimacy is based upon selling people out to devils. So I think if you guys work together, you can form a new legitimacy and make this place to save it. But fighting amongst each other is kind of stupid because then you're just going to end up a devil or an undead slave of a devil or of some mutated demon monster, which might happen anyway. But if you're going to get all high and mighty about what's rightfully yours, I don't know, none of it's rightfully yours. It belongs to the people. You're all the ones who made the deals, and your people tried to kill the people who were supposed to sworn to protect it tried to kill you. We saved you. And so now you talk about our treachery? Man, people have been throwing us under every cart that's come along. And I'm kind of tired of it. Fancy pants. Never,
I think you made your point. It's a great speech. I think let them think on it.
Just do the right thing for your people. It's easy. Just do the right thing.
Yeah. I agree with
At this point, Ravengard speaks up and says, High Observer, there may be another way. And she turns to him and says, and she turns to him and gives him a look, and he says, this is but a rumor, but a legend, but there was a great hero who lies in your own cemetery who was according to legend, to be in possession and buried with the Helm of Torm's site. Anybody who wants to make a religion check on that is more than welcome to do so.
Yeah, that's my strongest stat check.
I mean, Hey, 15 though.
I'll take a 15.
Yeah. All right. Actually, here's the funny thing is, Casan, the minute you hear that mentioned, you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Okay. And you can actually hear, you hear Vexad kind of breathe in and whisper in your ear. Interesting. Go on. If one of us were to recover that helm, perhaps we could use it to get some divine guidance. Squabbling, these turtles are right in the sense that squabbling amongst ourselves is not going to be productive for anyone. And there is no earthly power that is going to be able to get us out of here. If nothing else, we need divine intervention. And although we are below at the moment, perhaps an artifact like the Helm of Torm's site will help Torm hear our prayers and give us guidance in our hour of darkness and need. But you're not even certain that it's actually there. No, I am not. But I offer myself and my men to go and attempt to retrieve it. And she looks at him and says, absolutely not. She turns back and looks at you, all of you, and says, let's get one thing clear. I don't like you, and I don't trust you. But because of that, for some reason, I feel like you're the ones best suited for this job. I understand him, she says, pointing at Ravensguard. And I understand his motivations behind things. Although I do not like you, I do not doubt that somehow, in spite of everything that I've seen, you really do wish for the best for my people. So that is why right now I prevail upon you. Will you go to the cemetery? And will you find, if it is there, the Helm of Torm's site, so that we may get some divine intervention and perhaps get out of here?
Let's do a quick huddle real quick.
Hey, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things, it seems like they're just going to cock it up, so it seems like something we should probably do, because I don't trust none of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't trust none of these motherfuckers either. But you know, I mean, what?
What do you think, Miggy?
No. I met a priestess of Torm. So
Yeah.
if we get the helmet, then we can take it to that priestess of Torm, and then she can do the right thing with it, whatever the
You
right
trust
thing is. Huh? She
Did
was putting her life on the line to
Okay.
protect to help the people. So yeah,
I like it. I
Her
like it.
actions say everything.
Hey, I've never seen you be wrong about people. Vicki, Casan, what do you think?
I'm on board.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
and Brit.
Let's go, team.
Yeah. We'll find your helm for you.
Very well. Then we give you leave to do so, and safe travels, fast travels.
Just so that we conclude everything that we said we would do. Did you want to meet what was his name again? Clav wanted to meet with you on your terms to try and figure out how to help each other, etc. Did you want to accept that? Did you want to reject that? We said we would relay a message. So
Fetch me the helm first.
okay. We'll find the helm.
I need to explore this option first, and then once we understand more about our situation, then I will consider his request for an audience.
Oh, I start doing the purifier food and drink ritual on the supplies.
Make a perception check.
Not great.
Funny thing is that you crack open a crate of apples, and they all seem to be fine.
Huh? All the food's good. I don't have to do anything.
Okay, interesting.
And you crack and you find a cask of water, and it's clean.
All right. It's good to drink. It's good to eat. All right.
Yep. And the beer ain't so bad either. So, the High Observer orders the food to be dispersed to those who have already taken shelter down in the catacombs beneath the palace. And she says to you, if you run into any other survivors, let them know there is shelter and sanctuary to be had here. We already have patrols out trying to find as many as possible, but I think you, out of anyone here, understands what it's like out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yes.
There's a bunch of people on the other side of the river too, and then we're looking at how to build a permanent bridge between the two sides again.
The bridges are gone?
The bridges are all gone.
We will need that reestablished, and we will need that reestablished soon, especially if we're to get those supplies
We
here. One way or the
got
other.
a plan, and once the wounded are taken care of, we got a plan in action.
Very well. Fetch that helm. And let's do what we can to save this city. And with that, we're going to go on ahead and take a 10.
Thank you, 10.
Thank you, 10. Alrighty, gang. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back. All right, and we are back. Okay. So hopefully we're all refreshed, got our drinks freshened up, and we're ready to continue the chaos. How's everybody feeling so far?
Ready to go grave robbing.
I love it. And it has been far too long since I've played with you guys. I've missed this a lot.
Time to get that click clack going.
Yeah, right? Get that click clack track happening up in here.
Hey, it's like going back into the Barrows again.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're going back to grave robbing again.
We don't call it that. Call it archaeology.
It belongs in a museum.
Has anybody seen the new one?
Not yet.
I haven't either.
I guess.
I really want to. I just haven't had. I'm still behind on a couple of Marvel movies right now too. Like the last couple of months, I just haven't had a life.
I love Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and don't get me wrong, I love Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but I feel like we have like the action, female action, British female action archaeologist character. That's Laura Croft, and like
Don't worry, she's got that one too.
That's a whole other different.
And that's a bright horizon with the I don't care about the source material. I'm gonna do what I want. Like,
yeah,
great. That'll be a success, just like Lord of the Rings was. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
I want to see an Indiana Jones movie where Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones, not a broken man that's getting dragged through the movie. I'm not very excited to see that.
Well, you've seen the whole aspect of how, not the Last Crusade, but the Ark of the Covenant, of how literally nothing he could not be in the movie. And same thing would happen. Nazis still would have opened it.
Yeah, the French guy, Belloc would have found it. Everyone would have died.
Yeah.
Perfect agency.
Yeah. I mean,
But need to see it. I'm a huge fan of Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Look forward to seeing it. I think she's one of the greatest living writers, period, from what I've seen. And
well, I get to go next month to see where she got her start. I'm going to go to Edinburgh Fringe next month. I'm very, very excited.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
That's on Anton's on my list.
I'm going. Jen and I are going this year because we're just going as patrons this time around.
Yeah.
My plan is to bring a show next year.
Yeah. The year somewhere between 2 and 3, I chose to go to the Guthrie instead of take a show to the Guthrie, or sorry, to the Fringe. So I didn't get a chance to perform there, but I wouldn't change it.
I mean, dude, going to the Guthrie is not no shame in that game right there.
Randy, you gonna come say hello? No.
Oh, is that the pupper?
Oh, that's about as far as
yeah. He's being shy.
No, it's okay.
All right.
It's okay. We love
click clack.
Click clack. All right, back to the click clack track. All right, I have turned off the music for the moment, but I'm getting your guys' token set up real fast because I realized, a new campaign thing. I have to do the damn token thing again. In the ass.
It's been less than an hour, and my fire eldritch cannon is still right there, right?
No, no. No. So cute. Nice try. Matter of fact, your fire eldritch cannon suddenly doesn't summon anymore because I said so. Yeah.
Disrespectful and churlish.
Disrespectful and churlish. Yes, indeed. Okay, cool. Give me one moment here. Vision. Let me give everybody vision real fast. I had to do the transmorgifier to get your guys' character sheets and tokens over from the Barrow Maze setup, and I don't know, I feel like this only worked about halfway, but I think we're all good now. So I'm going to get you guys on the map now, but we're not there yet. If you guys can bear with me on that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting there for the moment now, just so we can let me do that too, because let me do that. How about that? Because I didn't realize how many windows there are on this damn map. You guys shouldn't be seeing in yet. And how many of your minions do you have up at the moment, Tony?
I believe I have them both. My battle buddies.
Yeah.
Your BBs.
My BBs.
All right. Just checking. Frankie. I'm putting the names up here because I also don't recognize the icons because it's been so long. Good God. 3 months is a long break for a campaign.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've got detailed notes about things because otherwise I'd have been up Schitt's Creek. All right. Tiny Tony. Here we are. Yeah. And then Owl. Phone. With the eyebrows. Okay. And real fast. We're going to do and then we're going to do Tony and controlled by Paulie. I'm giving you control over all your minions, okay?
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. For as long as they're going to last, because I'm going to fucking kill them. But I'm going to do it fair and square by the books.
You son of a bitch.
Much more fun when I can, like, literally, keep killing the same characters over and over again. I don't know. There's something I enjoy very much about that. Okay. So, you head out of. I'm assuming you're going to the graveyard, yes?
Yes.
Head first into Valhungen Graveyard.
All right, cool. Gable looks at you before you leave, and he says, "All right, guys. I'm not coming with you for this. This isn't my part of my thing here. I'm gonna hang out here. I gotta just, I'm the messenger. And I gotta sit here and wait for a message to come back. So I'm gonna do that.
You got a number 2 to go wrangle, don't you?
What's that?
You have a number 2 to go wrangle.
Sure. Yeah. Let's say that. But you guys just don't be stupid. Be careful and get back safe. All right, because we don't. I got a feeling we're gonna need everybody's help to get out of this thing alive.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. And
right.
I whisper, I just want you to make sure that you recognize that we didn't say who the messenger was, etc. So, we didn't blow up your spot. Just want to make sure that you recognize that.
He gives you a pat on the shoulder, So the cemetery is actually located due west from your current point. So you're heading off in the opposite direction. How stealthy are you guys trying to be?
We have Frankie with us.
Yeah, but I know we's on a job right now. We can't be we got to be all quiet like and stuff, so we don't attract no trouble or nothing. We got to go get this helmet to on site and everything, so we don't we got to get this all handled. So I'm gonna try and be extra super stupid quiet like.
We're gonna try and be that stealthy.
Wow. Oh no.
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm trying to be quiet here. I'm walking here.
I don't have Pass Without a Trace yet.
Oh fuck. All right. Well. Okay, so I got 1 stealth, 2, 3. And is that Casan? Is that an advantage or disadvantage?
Disadvantage. The bold number is the winner.
Got it. Okay, so that's and 1 success. That is a failed stealth check. All right. Well,
is there still a lot of screaming and yelling and general chaos and fighting going on in the?
Yeah, except for the fact that DC was 15.
Oh,
because you guys are a bunch of big ass turtles. Your subtle is already not your strong suit. That's the problem. Subtlety. Where did I put my? Oh, that's my folder of memes. That is not helpful. You know what? You guys are going to be saved by the fact that the DM's missing his random encounter table. So,
unless we run into a meme demon.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't like that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Type.
Go ahead, chisel and make it read dork.
You have to fight the physical manifestation of Reddit.
God. It's just a giant troll.
I don't know if this Roll20 has changed or of how to minimize the icons at the bottom.
There was some sort of
Yeah, I feel
update
like
message when I logged in. They changed something around.
We messed it all up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. No.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I found my PDF.
Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom. So now y'all die. All right.
Woohoo!
Huzzah. Encounters in Avernus. Let's do this. Okay, so in that case, what I need is, you know what? You've been rolling so well, Miggy. I'm going to have you roll me another D100, please.
Let's go.
All right, just straight up 96.
Straight up 96.
No. Did you roll?
I was just gonna say roll 90. I was just gonna type in roll 96 again. No, I got 28.
28. Okay, got that. And give me a D6 while you're at it. Six, got it. Oh, is that no? You slash roll.
4.
We'll go with a 4.
5.
Or 5. We'll do a 5. All right. So yeah, as you guys start heading out, first things that you notice is that it is hot. It is hot, and suddenly the air has gone from a dry heat to Florida in August heat. Like, it is sticky, gross humidity, but it's got like an element of slickness to it, like just like greasy heat. All right, it feels real rough. And a wave of lethargy envelops the land as the waters of the river Styx permeate the air itself, as if boiling off. I need everybody to give me a DC 10 intelligence saving throw. Miggy, yeah?
I have an action to do after this.
Okay. Anton got a 4. Casan 17.
Is it a D? You asked for a DC 10 or
It's DC 10, so that's I got 2 failed saves. Okay, and then Frankie. Frankie is an intelligence of +0. He got a 14 though. All right, Frankie's okay. Basically, what's going on is that it's so hot, the river Styx itself is evaporating, and the fumes, the mist of the river Styx is actually flying up into the air, even 500 feet up, the way the city is at the moment. Inhaling it can have mental effects on individuals. Paul, describe a favored childhood memory of Tony's.
Okay, so there we was, and we were cooking with Mama Tortletoni, and we were making these luscious cinnamon rolls, from scratch. We made the dough, and we rolled it all out, and we got the cinnamon, we got the sugar, we roll them up, we cut them, we put them on the pan, we're making the icing, and of course there's always, you got to roll the dice for who gets the one in the center. and I won. And I thought it was amazing. And everyone was like, oh, you won. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it in pieces and everybody's going to win. And everyone was like, you can do that? And I was like, yeah. And we all got a bit of the scent of cinnamon bun. And Mama Tortletoni looked on, she was like, yeah, that's good sharing. I'm so proud of you.
You think about that. And you realize that you can't remember what that center cinnamon bun tasted like.
This motherfucker.
You knew it once. You realize that any other time you ever thought about this, you could actually feel like the sweetness on your tongue, and you can recall what it tasted like. I mean, you felt the texture of it and everything, and now that memory comes back with nothing. But what's worse is that when you think about that taste, that flavor, and then you go, well, at least I remember what Mama Tortletoni thought, and then you realize that you can't even remember what her face looked like anymore. You have forgotten the face of your mother. Now, Miggy with a 4. That was missing the save by 1. Miggy, tell me about the day you knew you wanted to become a priest of Saint Yig.
Oh, okay. So Frankie was doing this job, and I was being lookout, and then I got distracted, and Frankie got real mad, and so he said, "That's it. I'm giving you to the church." And then he dropped me off on the doorstep, and then I lived at the church then. He came back to me later, but then I was learning a lot of good stuff at the church, so I kept going back. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
He has very broken memories from that point.
Honestly, all I'm going to say is that you've got such a cracked shell here that you're not even sure what you remember or don't remember from that. Honestly, your mental nature, you don't even know what you don't remember anymore.
But something feels weird.
Absolutely, something feels weird. You feel like that there's something that you're forgetting.
Okay.
Can I
do
100%?
Can I do the action I was gonna do now?
Yeah, what was the action you were gonna do?
So I just start freezing I say, everybody get around me, and I just start freezing all the water in the air in a 5-foot cube around me.
Mm-hmm.
Just every bit as I step forward, I just freeze because it's so hot, and this water is really dangerous to us. So I use my shape water cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
So at will, I just freeze all the water from the river Styx in the air right around us. So it's not as hot, and then it won't hurt us anymore.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to say that works, and all of you actually wind up with a thin, almost like sheen of ice, kind of covering you, and it actually kind of like snows in the air for a moment before that water rapidly melts away, but evaporates completely. You're refreshed briefly. I'm going to give you points for creativity on that. You are refreshed briefly, and then the water evaporates without doing any further harm to anyone for the moment. But as long as its heat wave continues, there's more safety. Okay, and then the 28. Yeah, you guys are headed west. And round of perception checks, please. $23. Nat 20, 11. And Casan, what you got? Oh, that is
11.
as well. Sorry about that. 11, 20, 11, 23. And then the mini army. Yeah. Okay. So half of you actually hear you smell burning and you hear cries for help coming from down one of the city blocks. And you actually do see smoke rising over the street line.
These sound like human screams.
Yes.
I'm gonna do an insight roll, 11. So whether they could be trying to pull us in versus real.
I mean, I'll tell you this: you are looking at the situation at the moment, and what you see is black smoke, and what looks to be red and green flame. The tips of red and green flames jumping like above the skyline of buildings, probably about a block, maybe a block and a half down on the other one block over. And you can hear people yelling for help and calling for the fire brigade.
I mean, I think we gotta go help them, right?
Seems like it. But group vote.
I think we go help them. Anybody think we don't? Or at least see what's going on?
Yeah, I think we can see what's going on. I don't have any tanks of water.
What do you think, Miggy?
I'm already going.
All right. Mig's already gone.
Follow after Miggy.
Okay, so what I need then is somebody, one of you, select amongst who you are, to roll me a d4, please.
And I send Al Capone with Tiny Tony on his back ahead to scout from above.
I rolled the D4. I got a 3.
Okay. Got it. All right, so Al Capone flies on ahead, and you can actually see about half a dozen commoners out with buckets trying to put out the burning house. But it looks like that, first off, the roof is completely enveloped at this point. Like I said, it is red. It's not yellow flame. It is red and green flame and strangely colored purple and black smoke emitting from this place. The roof actually looks to have been blown off and is in pieces in the street, and like blowing out windows and stuff on either side of it. But then again, a lot of windows and doors, etc., were blown out during the initial crash. People are, smoke. Al Capone sees smoke pouring out of the windows on the ground floor and the upper floors, and yeah, there's people calling for help, and there's a half a dozen brave souls out there trying to bucket brigade it, but a handful of buckets isn't going to do it. And they're saying you can, with warging into Al Capone, just being in there and flying about with Capone's keen eyes and ears, you can hear them saying that there's still people trapped inside. But nobody wants to go in there because the flames are too hot.
All right. How much water are we going to need for this?
I don't know. I don't really have a fire out spell.
What about a fire protection spell?
I don't have that.
Yeah, I ain't got that either. Do we see people inside?
Al Capone does not want to get any closer than they absolutely have to the flames, because the building is radiating heat.
I don't know who could survive that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They can try and contain the flames, but
I look to see if there's any like another way, maybe somewhere where the flames aren't as strong, that maybe there could be a way to get through to people.
Okay. Hold on one moment. At this point, you guys actually do come running up, and you see one guy. He's probably in his early 20s, like ragged, sweaty commoner. He's like, he's like, I know there are people inside there. Somebody has to get in there and help them. The flames are too great. You look like you might know what you're doing. Can you help them?
You got any water, or anyone can cast any spell casters here against fire?
Cast. None of us can cast anything. We're just people.
Okay, you got water?
What little we have, we're throwing at it.
Throw it on us.
All right. So they wind up dousing you with water. That's going to give you guys. I'm going to say that gives you about 10 rounds worth of like mild protection before that becomes a problem.
We do not need to breathe.
Okay, and then
we can hold our breaths for an hour.
Okay, and then I freeze the water on us.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hold on. Let me see here. And okay. Need one moment. Seriously, is this really going to bust my balls like this right now? My God, the only good maps I have are pixelated. I mean, are isometric. Okay, this is not a perfect, because I'm doing this one on the fly, this is not a perfect solution, just to let you guys know.
Where are we on the map?
I'm putting you guys onto a different map right now. Hold on. Yeah. Because this is a rolled random encounter. And, you know, believe it or not, unfortunately, I don't have a million setups ready on the fly. So, the map does not reflect anything burning. But that's okay. And I'm going to say that it's a building, not a house. Mm-hmm. So this is just like a building in the you know, like in the center of one of the streets.
Did anyone figure out how to make these little things small?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you go to the settings icon, the little gear.
Yep.
Then go to audio and video.
Mm-hmm.
Video display.
Okay.
Player, and then click one over to player video / avatar size.
Mm-hmm.
Go to just names.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. Thank you.
That was driving me nuts too.
We were all trying to find it.
Not that you're not all beautiful people.
But my God.
It was my entire screen.
DM. So Al Capone will be affected by this heat, but is Tiny Tony as a creature made of metal as sensitive to this?
Depends. I would say yes.
What's his melting point?
Yeah.
Higher than Tortle.
I mean, fair. Okay, and then crap.
A machine
Just
built
need
to
one
go.
last token and I'll be all set.
Oh,
And this is what I get for not having protection from elements prepared.
yeah, I don't know why I don't have that either.
Because I only have so many spells I can have.
Okay, cool. So you guys find this burning house, or the burning building. You approach outside of it. You guys get doused with as much water as you can get. And Mickey, you even burn a couple of instances of control water just to kind of get more of like a sheen on you guys as best as possible. It is smoky, but with the exception of Casan, the rest of you guys can hold your breath. But if you're holding your breath, that means you can't talk. Just giving you a heads up on that. Okay. So with that in mind, can you guys see the map?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
There is, like I said, the roof is mostly gone at this point. The upper floors, there's smoke billowing out. There's smoke billowing out the side entrances. The ramped up entrance in front of you right now, smoke is pouring out the top of it. If you duck down a little bit, you think you can get under it. Let's go on ahead and roll initiative.
You might need to give us control of our tokens, or at least mine. I can't click on it.
Oh, yep, no worries.
Me either.
Hold on. Because it is not.
DM, if we speak, how much time do we lose off of our hold breath?
In
terms of those, like,
I say for every time you guys talk, it ticks 1 minute out of 60 off of your, yeah. And if you start monologuing, then it's going to be a lot faster. All right. All right, come on. I'm getting Tony set up here. All right, Paulie, you're
so
good.
As we're getting ready to duck in, I say, bang your shield or whatever you got. If you need help or you see something.
Okay. Frankie's good. Let me get Miggy here real quick. I didn't realize that it disassociated the character sheets from your guys' accounts when I brought you over, so that's my fault. There we go. Anton.
And can I, real quick, can I bang, as we get close to the door, can I bang a piton into the ground and loop a rope?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to tie some cloth around my mouth and nose under my mask.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that might help for a little bit. Also, Casan, you are going to be under the effects of a gradual heat metal spell since you're in plate. Just a heads up. Okay, like it's when I say that you're running into a fire and you're literally walking around like a fucking oven, you're going to be in one real quick if you're not careful. All right, so I'm going to say that it goes significantly slower than the spell, but it'll still be a thing.
Does it make a difference if it's scale mail versus... I'm not in plate, I'm just in scale mail. The speed at which I'm getting...
I'll say it takes longer with scale mail because you actually have like leather underneath it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that is like metal that is on you, and even your leather combat gloves, they're not blacksmith's gloves. Those are a lot heavier.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. Cool. Okay, so with the initiatives, shit, what did I do with you guys? Here we are. I didn't roll one for Frankie. Frankie. He got a 1. That's my boy. Tony, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
A 10. Casan.
I got a 7.
7. And Vicki.
A 9.
9. And I got Miggy's 20. Okay. Cool. All right. Miggy, you are first up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Give me a perception check with disadvantage. All right. Perception check with you got a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the 10, you come running up on the center of the first floor here, and you don't see any movement. The flames are huge. You're kind of like trying to shield yourself. You feel the heat. You feel like it's already like causing you. You feel the flames licking at you. This is not a great place to be at the moment. You're already second guessing all of your life choices. But I'm going to say that you get in here, and the smoke is thick, but within 10 feet of you, I'm going to say like right around over here, you actually see on the ground, give me a religion check.
Nope.
What'd you get?
3.
A 3. Okay. Cool. So with the 3, I'm going to say that this is, or well, yeah, what it looks like is that there seems to be something red smeared on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you are not able to make out what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna start there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me actually bring in the screen share, and here we go. Yeah. All right. So you are, and you hear the fire crackling, and you hear things moving around you, and you're looking about, and you don't see anything, but you really only have about 10 feet of vision right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see on the ground, like I said, what looks to be like a red arc. And what you notice about it too late is that that's not just like splatter. That looks, it takes you a minute to realize it, but you're like, oh, the lines there are very neat, very purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At that point, let me look at this guy real quick. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm just looking at one thing real quick. Yeah, if I known I was going to roll a complicated encounter like this, I would have prepared a little bit more, but this is the problem with random shit. Okay, so with that in mind, were you trying to be stealthy at all? Were you making any noise, anything like that?
I'm not being loud, but I didn't dash in. I walked in. So
Okay.
would you like me to do a stealth?
Only if you want to be stealthy.
I would prefer to be stealthy.
Okay.
I mean, Frankie usually ruins that, but you know.
Okay.
And I'll go in, I'll notice that, and I'll take the dodge action.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to say that. So, yeah, you go in, you take the dodge action, and, yeah, you see that, and just something about this doesn't sit right with you. And you're looking about, I'm going to say, my God, where do I keep sticking all this information here? I need like 10 fewer tabs open right now. You could have sworn you heard something moving around to your left. You heard...
Mm-hmm.
And then a thud somewhere off in the shadows.
Right.
Okay. All right. That is going to be that for the moment. Tony, you're up.
Okay, so we're starting further back from the entrance, right?
Yeah, you guys are back here right now. Or back at the top.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have Tiny Tony beside me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you said we roll in perception at disadvantage.
Yeah, you guys could use perception. I'm going to say, yeah, either let's just do a high DC. Depending on how well you do, it just determines how far you see. So I feel like disadvantage could be too much of a hampering sometimes.
16.
Okay. So you got about 15 feet of vision right now. You can actually see your brother. And 5, 10, 15. You don't see any of the other things that I've mentioned so far.
Okay.
Okay. What else do you want to do?
I think that I'm just kind of looking around, trying to listen really hard to anything going on in the area.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say that if you want to take your standard action and re-roll, or roll that perception as if you had advantage, I'd allow that.
Yeah.
If you're going to take your action and do that. 21. Okay.
Yeah.
As you come in, you don't see it, but you hear something like crash or like a loud thud coming from over this side a ways. Okay. Now you can't see it because of the smoke right now, but it sounded big.
Okay.
All right. Vicki.
All right. I'm gonna sneak in. If I can read my token. I'm gonna sneak in and be. There we go. I'll be right here for now. And there's stairs. Yeah. I'll stay here and I'm gonna yell back to Casan. Hey, Caspa, I don't know if you want to stay out there, but you're welcome to come inside.
Okay. All right. Do you want to do any perceptions, anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah, you're too busy looking over your shoulder, calling out.
Great.
Okay. All right, Casan, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to yell back to Vicki that I'm going to check the perimeter.
Okay.
And I'm going to start, let's see, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I can get to here.
Okay.
And is this like another entrance over here?
Yeah, there is another door right over here.
Okay.
And what you notice is, well, actually, you're not close enough to notice it yet. So I'll let you know what you see when you see it.
Okay.
Okay. And then that leaves Frankie. Frankie, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Hey! Is anybody in here? We're here to rescue you. And at that point, he hears a giant snarl coming from off in the shadows. And at that point, you also hear what sounds like chanting in some unknown tongue. Does anybody here speak Abyssal?
I do. Abyssal, Infernal, and yeah.
No shit.
Nice.
No shit.
Okay, so what you
Is it
hear,
open?
what you hear suddenly coming from, I want to say coming off from like your right, is that you hear the chanting of someone who is desperately trying to regain control over something, and is begging it to spare him, but smite. He's basically offering up the fools who have come in to this space as a sacrifice.
Cool.
Yep. That's it. Do be like that. And now, top of the order. It's so funny because hold on. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, what's going on, Bailey? Yeah, you hear. Let's see. I will wait for that, and these guys are. You also hear the chanting echoed by at least two other voices in the room all of a sudden. You know, offering, like begging to be spared, and offering these the loud one as a sacrifice. Miggy, you're up. What do you want to do?
I kind of nudge Frankie over towards the sound, and
What do you want me to do?
No, I do this.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, he's not even thinking about the fact that he's wasting air right now. He's just like, about it. Cool. All right. And what else do you want to do?
And I go to there. What do I?
All right, give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. $16.
Got it. You look up to here. You as you're right there. You look up and on the. Oh wait, what size is this thing? That's gonna make a difference. Oh, okay. Did not remember that. All right, well, that's why this gets interesting now. Yeah, we're going to say that. You look up and you see what looks to be a giant, angry, silverback-sized orangutan, orange fur, large fangs. It's kind of crouched on top of these boxes right now. And it is listening. You can actually see its head tilting as it listens to the chants, and it looks about, and then it looks and locks eyes directly with you, and it gives a giant.
Is it an animal?
Give me a knowledge religion, or give me a religion check. It looks like I said, it looks like a gigantic, angry.
Oh, shit.
Damn it. It looks like a hulking orangutan. I mean, it looks like this basically. I just threw that in the tabletop.
Oh, that looks demonic, not like an actual animal.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's definitely demonic.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think I will.
This is just so everybody who's watching the stream can see what we're talking about. but that's what it looks like. It's probably about like 8 feet tall, 900 pounds, and it is definitely, you can actually see that the fire is actually singeing its fur, and it is not liking being within this fire. But it also doesn't seem to be terribly affected by it.
Okay.
It's not immune to fire, but it's not doing as much damage as it potentially could be.
Well, I go and blast it with Sacred Flame.
Okay. That's radiant damage, so that's a whole different story. All right, so what do I have to roll to defend against that, or is that just a...
Dex 15 save.
All right, that is... Dex 15 save. I got a 16.
Okay. And probably does nothing then.
Yeah.
Gains no benefit from cover. Yep. Anyway, big boom white thing over there. Missed it.
So you guys all see another flare up, just whoosh, go up. You can actually see like the smoke ignite with or a light with light coming from within, and you hear and you hear Frankie go, "Hey, I don't know what you're saying, but nobody talks to my brother like that." And at this point, it is the big monster's turn. I'm going to make a round of reckless attacks. And it is going to run at, or it's going to basically climb down and lean over at Miggy here. And it's going to start swinging. Fist, chomp.
DM, can we see this from where we are, or who can see this? Or
You can hear this.
Okay.
You've got about 10, maybe 15 feet of vision right now.
Gotcha.
It's not posting your rolls, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's only sending them directly to me at the moment. How do I change that? Because I know it's not a West Marches campaign anymore, but may as well be transparent about it. I will adjust that for next week.
Yep.
But just so you know, I got a 19, a 13, and a 14, and I think only the 19 hits, if I'm correct.
Only the 19 hits.
Okay, what's your AC? Is it 19?
It is 19.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to be it. Basically, you duck under the first swing, you miss it as it actually tries to grab you and bite down, and when it doesn't actually, what it does is it chomps its teeth on your shell as your head retracts.
Right.
As you pop back up, frustrated that it couldn't literally bite your head off, it just punches you directly in the chest, and you can actually feel your undershell, your chest plate, like give a little bit as it that's a rib rattling shot right there, and you're going to take 11 bludgeoning.
Oh, there went my 10 hit points.
Yep. Oh, you sound so threatened right now. Oh wait, I also forgot that because I said all my attacks were reckless, those other two get advantage on them, and I need to do a crit check. Because I'm a dumbass and forgot. That's fight, fist.
That is not me being flippant. That is going damn.
Yeah. All right. So one of them, so the bite actually did connect with a 22. Pardon me, with the advantage on that. But then the other two doesn't change anything.
Right.
So that means that he's gonna bite down and get a piece of you for another 10 piercing. Yeah, so that's the start of that, and that has moved and done its thing, and you can actually feel it connect with your mind as it stares into your soul, and it says, "Tonight I dine on turtle soup." In Abyssal. Tony, you're up. And you actually hear Miggy probably yelling in pain.
Okay. So I make a mental note of that, and I'm like, the only one who picks on my brother is me. Well, any of my brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I see him while I'm here, or?
I haven't seen you move yet. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I got dropped.
Oh, there you go. Give me a perception real quick.
20.
Yeah, number one, the first thing that you see through the smoke is this large orangutan creature. It currently, you actually witness it as it just finished biting a chunk out of Miggy's shoulder, and it spits the turtle flesh onto the ground that it tore out of it. And Tiny Tony points out, "Hey, boss, look at the ground!" And you look at the ground, and there's a fucking pentagram painted into the front into the floor at the moment that you're basically standing right on top of.
Would it be so based on would it be Arcana, etc. of what I know in terms of being able to disrupt the symbol, whether that would affect the summoning, or
give me a religion or give me an Arcana check with a disadvantage because you're doing this on the fly right now as you're multitasking.
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of like focusing on it with one part of your brain. What you remember is that, well, it's already here. You know, it's already here. It's not going back through that way. Disrupting the circle's not going to do shit at this point because it's already out of the circle.
Gotcha.
You know, clearly the circle's already been disrupted because of like giant explosion.
Right.
So
okay. And does it appear to does the summon demon monkey, etc. appear to be have been harmed at all by the fire, etc. already?
Not really. I'm actually, you know what? I meant to do a. No, I want you to roll a saving throw for me, please. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. It's not taking any damage yet.
Okay. Then first things first, I'll have using my bonus action for Tony. I'm gonna have him try and shoot with his tiny Tony gun.
Okay. Cool. Go for it.
The 14 hit.
14 is not going to hit.
All right.
AC on these puppies 15.
All right. So that won't hit. So that means when I fire off my Toll of the Dead, it's not going to be at damage. That rolled at with damage.
It's okay. I got a 19 on my wisdom save.
You got 19 on. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. I've only got a +2, but apparently the dice just want to choose violence tonight.
All right. Let's see. So that was 20 feet of movement. I'm gonna. Do I hear the chanting, etc. going on?
Yes, you do.
With that perception roll that I had earlier, do I see anything else in the area?
What'd you get? You got a
20.
20. I'm going to say that you don't see anything, but you can hear voices coming. 2 voices coming from this direction and 2 more coming from over here.
I'm going to move 10 more feet this way along with TT, who's on my shoulder, but I can't really stack.
All right. Well, as you do that, you actually wind up emerging through the smoke. You find a figure that is badly scorched and looking to be in a robed figure, badly scorched and utterly surprised to see someone like you coming out of the smoke at them. And they're like, "Ah! A demon! Back, you devil!"
The fuck are you doing in here?
Vicki, it's your turn.
All right. I would like to get big.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
I will say that getting big in this situation is going to cut your oxygen stores in half.
Oh.
So you only have 30 minutes instead of an hour.
That's fine.
Until you have to go out and get another gulp of fresh air.
That's fine. That's
okay.
And I would like to shoot the big orange dude.
Give me a perception check, because as I mentioned, the smoke here is very thick. Yeah.
I also have my what is it called?
Sharpshooter?
My sharpshooter as well.
Ignores everything but total cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me do my perception. 19.
You know what? I'm gonna fucking give it to you.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Get him.
Right. And then
That's it.
I'm going to roll my Giant's Might. Beautiful.
Plus your you didn't roll damage, you just roll your hit
Oh, whoops. All right, well,
on your first attack.
that's good.
Yeah, that's magical. So
Okay.
20 points of magical damage, and you've got another attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
get to
Jesus. All right.
So, that's all right.
Oh, and by the way, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. Jesus. All right. You don't even need it. Go on ahead. All right. 9 piercing, and then you got another giant smite or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Another 10 points of magic. Jesus. All right. Got it. All right.
30 points of magical damage.
Okay. Okay. You hear it howl in pain and kind of like give like it cries out in rage and agony.
And I yell at it.
Mhm.
Hey, big boy, over here.
Okay. Casan, you're up.
Okay, so I assume I hear the yelling and the combat.
Oh yeah, you definitely do.
All right, so I'm going to move toward entering the building.
Okay.
15 feet gets me here. I'll open the door.
Door's already open.
Already open. Okay, can I see?
Yeah, it's kind of blown off its hinges a bit.
I see Big Orange
You may-
over here.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 13.
13. Got it. All right. Mhm. Holy crap. All right. Yeah, you definitely see like the outline of Big Orange. Yes.
All right, I'll use another 5 feet to get here.
Okay.
And-
As you step through,
Yep.
and you leave the threatened square, out of the shadows, out of nowhere, a blade swings out and actually catches you in the back. And with a 22, it actually manages to find a weak spot in your armor. You're going to take 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Yep. And you hear you hear a voice behind you give you a surprise, motherfucker.
Do we have the Eldritch Cannon of temporary hit points, or are we not?
That's
It's not current. You should still have temp hit points up because we haven't done a long
Yeah.
rest.
Okay.
yeah. You guys have not done a long rest since meeting with the Vampire Lord. Just a short rest.
I had taken
In
some
that
damage, so I had
case-
7 still left over. You would have had. I mean, I don't know what you'd taken.
I was at 5, so I'm down to 2 temporary hit points.
So you got 2 temporary hit points
Yep.
left. Got it. Oh, that fucking cannon. Got it. All right. Love it. Love it. Well-designed characters, guys. You know, I have to plan harder next time. Next time I'll throw 2 of these things at you. All right.
All right, I'm gonna start attacking Agent Orange.
Okay. Yeah, you're just completely ignoring the guy that literally stabbed you in the back just now.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yep. Copy that. No, just making sure.
All right,
Cool.
first attack coming in, 14.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Terrible. All right, second attack, 16.
That's a hit.
13 magical slashing,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
and then I follow up with my Polar Master, 14. Miss.
That's a miss. Yep. Okay.
And then we got. I'm going to. Where do I want to go? I'll use my last 10 feet and get here.
Okay.
And that will be
Cool,
my
cool.
turn.
You do that. Give me. What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 13.
Okay. What you notice is as you get over there, you notice yet another one of these guys in the robes with a scimitar, crouched among some crates over here. He's looking really rough. Okay. This guy has been in here for a minute. He's trying to basically cough and get his shit together, but he's hurting and he's suffering in the flames. But you hear the leader of the group saying, "The fire will cleanse us all, and it has already blessed us with a new ally. We shall bring El Terrell from Avernus to the glories of the abyss." And this dude has clearly lost his shit at this point. He has gone bye-bye, Egon.
We're making El Terrell great again.
Yeah, essentially. Mm-hmm. He comes running up, and closest thing to him actually is, hold on a second, I get it. Oh, okay.
Doesn't he want to run up and hug his new friend?
No, what he's going to do... Oh, wow. Really? They rolled this up randomly. Okay, fantastic. Actually, you know what? He's actually going to hang back here for a minute. He's going to cast a spell. And there's going to be... Come on. Where's my... I have those fancy animated spiritual weapons. Where'd they go? Here we are. What would this guy have? This guy would be... I think this guy says it's hammer time. I don't know who he's worshiping where they have a hammer. I just like the animated looking hammer. So suddenly an animated hammer appears. And let's see. This is...
Reminder that Tiny Tony is on me in his little Tiny Tony shelf.
Great. I'm going to attack you instead.
That sounds great.
Okay. Melee spell attack against creature with 5 feet of the weapon. Hit target to 48 plus spell casting modifier. Got it. All right. Spell casting is +3 to hit. Yeah, this is going to do fuck all, but it's worth a shot. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay. What is Tiny Tony? Or well, yeah, I'm gonna actually just have him attack you because he's not gonna see Tiny Tony. I'm not gonna be that guy. All right, so that'll be a D8 plus 3. So that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage, magical bludgeoning.
Okay, it takes my temp HPs and hits me with.
Yep. Now you're no longer playing with house money. All right. That's it for that guy right now. Because I cast the spell, I'm not going to move.
And this is the guy right within reach of me, correct?
No, this is not.
Oh, okay.
It might be, but it's not.
Okay. With that perception that I had before, do I see or hear the caster of that while it's going on?
It's behind you. It's somewhere around you in the smoke, but you can give me a perception check real quick if you want.
Yep. Nine.
Nope, no idea where he's at. Okay. Let's see. That means it's Frankie's turn. Frankie is like, hey! I don't know.
I'm gonna rage.
I would like to rage. Yeah. Yep. An obligatory Travis William. All right. So.
What kind of wild magic does he get?
Oh, I know. I'm figuring that out right now. Features and traits. Rage. We're going to do that. Gain advantage in strength checks. Save throws not from attacks. +2 melee damage. And resistance. Can't concentrate on spells. Path of Wild Magic. Wild Surge. Wild search. Where's my wild search table? Okay. Son of a bitch. I don't know if that's the right table or not. That says sorcerer on it. Barbarian, Path of Wild Magic. Here we are. D8.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll a D8. Okay, cool. So suddenly, the Moontouch Longsword becomes even more lightsaber-like, with almost like a boomerang handle. And instead of running in and charging with it, Frankie is going to rear back with as much force as he possibly can, and just chuck it directly at the demon. And let's see. No, that actually doesn't make sense because his dex sucks. No, he's just gonna run in and just start slashing at this thing. It made his weapon thrown and returning, as well as magical. That's what his thing did. But his weapon starts glowing, all kinds of fancy stuff. So he's gonna come in and attack. That's 22 to hit. And it's going to be reckless, so I'm actually going to roll again. And 15, actually both of those would hit.
I was supposed to reroll mine too, wasn't I?
Oh yeah, because it's attacking recklessly. Yeah. That's true. You know what? Go on ahead and reroll your other two real fast. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. First one, 26.
That's it.
Extra 8. Then the follow-up glaive would have been 21.
That's it.
For an extra 7.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be around long enough to make it do my thing. That's annoying. Yeah. Okay. I need... Where did Frankie start? There's too many tabs. Too many tabs. D8.
Crit check.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Because my first one hit, but it would have been at advantage, so that was a crit check.
Crit check. All right. Well, we're gonna re-roll the damage. I don't remember how much damage you did the first time.
It was where did the damage go? It was 13 slashing the first time.
13 slashing. Yep. Okay, re-roll it right now, and let me know. We'll go with that damage instead.
7.
Okay. Well, we'll go with the 13. Well, we'll just stick with that.
All
right. Okay. I need to.
What's the plus max the 1d10?
It's D10.
So it'd be 17 versus. Wouldn't it be 17 versus 14?
Oh, it would. It would.
17 versus.
Yep. No, 17 versus 13. You're right.
23.
You know what? Regardless, you set him up, and Frankie actually literally just runs up and beheads the thing. That's the long and the short of it.
Nice.
Even with rolling one on my damage die, the carrier damage was enough to finish it off.
Plus the rage. Because Frankie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep. So that guy's toast. Okay, and you hear the cultists all screaming in horror as their servant falls. This guy's going to run in. 2, 3. This guy's going to run in. We're going to put him over here.
He provokes an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I suppose he does. Go for it. And actually, this guy's just going to attack from here. So
19.
It's
7 slashing. Magical.
7?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so you actually slash into him real good. He's super fucking pissed though, and adrenaline is going, and he's going to attack. His buddy's going to attack, and then I got the one on Tony.
Yeah.
So 14's not going to do it, 12's not going to do it, and 11's not going to do it.
No.
All right, they all whiff. Fuck them. Yeah, they all whiff. Actually, if I was smart, I would have moved that guy for advantage, but I didn't. That's my fault. Miggy, you're up.
All right, I rush forward to here, and then I shield slam this guy to knock him prone.
Shield slam in green.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a the athletics. Not great.
Do you get
Is that an
advantage on
opposed
that at all?
Wait,
'Cause
yeah, I should because I'm flanking. Nope, still 7.
Well, I botched my roll, so
Well,
no.
So he's knocked prone, and then I have to attack him.
Mhm.
So I have to. My next thing has to be an attack. So I hurl the bola at the one on the other side of Casan.
Okay. That's going to be disadvantage on that attack because Casan's in the way, but go for it. I mean, these guys have got a low AC. You might still pull it off.
Nah.
Nope. Nope. All right. Yeah, you wind up aiming too high, and it winds up soaring over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The demon is dead. Tony, you're up.
Okay. So can I see what I see right now is kind of like a basket where
Yeah, there's a dude standing like, you know.
it's diagonal. I see the dot, but it looks like a bowl of fruit from where I can see.
Yeah, well, there's a guy in there, so I just moved him
there
out
we
of
go.
there so you can see him. But yeah, he's basically like hiding amongst the crates and is trying to get a piece at you.
Gotcha. And was the person who was knocked prone? Does anything affect the hammer that's hovering near me in terms of concentration?
No, not for the guys that just took damage.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so first things first, Tiny Tony is going to take a Tiny Tony pot shot at this this bastard in front of us. Right, does an 18 hit?
That's a hit.
That'll do 4 force damage. Is he the motherfucker trying to fuck me up with a hammer?
He is not.
All right, never mind. Doesn't matter. I'm going to follow that up with the Toll of the Dead. Wisdom save of 14.
I fail.
That's 8 points in necrotic damage.
His head literally explodes like a watermelon at a Gallagher concert.
Gotcha.
I'm liking this spiritual weapon animation you got going.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. At one point they put a whole bunch of tokens and shit on sale, and I just went on I think I dropped like $50 in one day a few years ago. This was pandemic time, so
Yeah.
didn't have anything else to do.
Do I have any indication of can I see, am I seeing anything over here?
Give me a perception check.
Gotcha. 14.
You see the outline of something over there.
I would like to move over to it.
Go for it.
Spiritual weapons, do they provoke opportunities of attack?
No, because they're not sentient, I think is what I ran into when I was swinging one around.
Okay.
No, they cannot.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Oh, and I forgot that casting spiritual weapons is a damn bonus action. I cast it as my main action. That was my fault because I could have come in and done a sandwich. That was actually my original plan, but then I messed up the casting time. All right. Well, no
These
big deal.
cultists aren't the smartest.
These guys are standing in the middle of a burning building, worshiping a
Yeah.
demon. You know, so yeah, they're not great.
Not the best life choices.
No.
Now that I'm closer, do I see anything over here?
Yeah, you definitely see a dude in robes, you know, with a scimitar, and he's also clearly muttering the spell that's maintaining control over the spiritual weapon. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, you're there. And Vicki, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move right over here.
Okay.
And do I need to roll perception to hit the guy to try to hit the guy in the blue?
I mean, yeah, it's going to be difficult because again, burning building, lots of smoke.
I mean, there's a closer person like here, but they're not marked.
You know, 18. I'll give you an 18.
Yeah,
I'll give you an 18. You're going to have disadvantage on the attack, but you also have sharpshooter, so I'm going to say that, you know, there's enough movement and everything right now. You recognize your guys, and you recognize something that doesn't fit the form. Okay?
Okay. And you said with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Was that with disadvantage?
No, it's just a straight roll.
Now roll it one more time. Yeah, just give me one more roll on that.
No, you don't need to just roll a straight roll.
Oh,
You don't need-
telling you to roll it with disadvantage.
Right, but you already rolled it once.
Yeah,
So
I want to count the 27 if we can keep it, but
the one I'm saying roll it once straight because you rolled once straight, and so since you didn't roll with disadvantage before, there it says.
Oh, just do it again.
we'll just take the lowest roll up to right now. You know what? 14 still hits.
Tripping out.
No, wait, pardon me. So 12.
It would have gone
Sorry.
27 and 26.
Their armor class is 12 anyway, and all of these damages are more than enough to one-shot the guy, and he was already hurting. So, dead. You wind up just coming around the corner and Vicki wicking his ass right in the face.
Perfect. And then, can I perceive or see the guy that's next to Tony?
You're focusing on one target at the time at the moment. Tony's got to kind of clue you in if he doesn't already take care of the situation himself. So,
All right, and I'll just take another step over here.
Okay. You do see a glowing hammer, you know, like right around you, but right now it seems to be much more focused on Tony than you.
I'm intrigued by the hammer. It's so beautiful and shiny.
Okay. Casan, the head of the guy that you're fighting disappears and is replaced with a fine red mist out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere. And
I chuckle to myself and whisper, "Surprise, motherfucker!"
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker! Some fries, motherfucker!
All right.
Cool. You do know that there's another guy prone on the ground behind you. That's advantage on those attacks.
And here they come.
All right.
20 hits.
Hit.
12 magical slashing. I just
straight up. You
impale him in the ground.
Literally, yeah. Like the guy had 9 hit points. You don't even try. You don't even look. You just literally like put your hand back and take your glaive and like stab it into the ground. And you didn't even realize the guy was there, but you literally like slice the guy's head half off.
Yes.
You're like, oh shit, whoops. You know. Yep. See, he's dead.
All right.
Okay.
I still got a bunch of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move myself over to here.
Okay.
And that'll do it.
All right. Give me a perception check real quick.
Perception. 12.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, you don't quite have enough of a bead on the dude that's hiding out over there. At this point, it's my guy's turn, and he's gonna have the spiritual. Oh man, do I spiritual weapon or do I do that? Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have D8 plus 3, or no, D20 plus 3. Uh, 17 is not going to hit Tony, but he
Nope.
does basically bounce a shot with the hammer off of your shell, and then he's going to do a full withdraw, 5, 10, and out a side door, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does that provoke an opportunity attack?
Not if he's withdrawing.
Okay.
50. And yeah, he's gonna with that withdrawal, he's now left line of sight at this point.
I saw him go out, right?
You see him disappear. Actually, I'm gonna make a stealth check. It would normally be with advantage with the smoke, disadvantage because you're right there. So this is going to be a straight up stealth versus perception. Just roll off. And that'll determine if you see him or not. All right. Yeah, you actually see him go. You see him get out, and then he gets out the side door, and you get the general sense of which way he's going. All right. Frankie is
I
up.
could talk to Al Capone, who'd be able to see from there and track this motherfucker. He's got 6. I would assume.
So, at this point, Frankie is like, "Hey, it's getting hot in here," and you actually look back, and he's his skin's starting to blister. Oblivious to everything else, Frankie is gonna just start getting the heck out of here and go out the north end. All right, these guys are all dead. Miggy, you're up.
Okay. Do I even know about the other guy?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a last look around and make sure there isn't anyone who needs saving.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there isn't, I'm bailing.
Okay. Which way are you bailing?
Out the way Casan came.
Okay. Go on ahead and let's see. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could do that. And, so you take your action. You make a perception check for me. Yeah, you're looking about. You're feeling pretty confident that this was a summoning gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, yep, fuck this.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. Cool. All righty. He's out. Let's go with... That means it's Tony.
Okay. I yell, "I'm going after the motherfucker who bolted." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I see him?
No, you do not see him.
Does Al Capone see him from where he was?
Al Capone does not see him in the alleyway or from either end of it at this point.
Okay. So then I will take my, as an action, I will dash to move another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I see anything here?
Let's see. Give me a perception check real quick. What'd you get? 4.
I got a 4. Tiny Tony riding on my shield got an 8.
Got it. Yeah, you guys do not see him.
And Al Capone didn't see where he went.
That is correct.
Okay. Can I bring Al Capone down to do a perception check? Now that it's after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to have him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I'm going to stop his action above me. Al Capone gets advantage on perception. 17.
At this point, Al Capone catches what looks like a guy who's even further down the alleyway, just fucking running. Yeah, off the map and out of the encounter.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's my movement. I'll just, I guess, probably yell out, "I'm out of the building. He ran off."
All right. And Vicki and Casan, I'm assuming you guys are jettisoning at this point as well?
Yes.
All righty. Well, in that case, we'll go on ahead and call this combat to an end. Yeah. And I guess we're at this point, it is 10:19. It's 1:20 in the morning, East Coast time, Matt. So we're going to let you go to bed. I think that's going to be it for tonight's session of Tales of the Tortletonis. Once again, I have been DM Greg. You have been awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight and hanging out with us as we play some games, talk some shit, and have a great time. Once again, you can bring me, you can hire me to run a game like this for you and your friends in person or online. I will have a new URL and everything set up for you guys to be checking me out at very soon. Very excited. I've been taking private clients now throughout the Southland, and I've been having some really incredible experiences. So I'm hoping that I can, have some really memorable encounters with you as well. So once again, thank you for watching. We'll be back next Monday night. It'll be the first session post Comic-Con. I'm very excited for that. Going to be weird Comic-Con this year, what with everything going on. But I'm going to be down there for all 5 days, mingling.
Just going to be comics this year?
From the sounds of it, Actually, I have a few friends who are TV writers and producers and stuff like that who have their own non-studio related passion projects and things that they're going to be promoting and talking about. So I'm going down to support that, and that's going to be pretty cool, I think. So
I could be wrong. My understanding so far is that, if it's not promoting stuff that is about to come out, and if they're promoting themselves or stuff that has already been released, they can do that. But there's been requests for more information on that.
Yeah.
So people can sign they can talk about past stuff. They just can't promote.
Yeah.
Stuff
Current they cannot promote current or upcoming stuff. But the thing is that I've got some buddies who I'm going down and I want to see them. They're running panels on like how to get into TV writing and how to get into,
this is one of those ones where I think if you've got panels on writers, if you want to be sitting in a room where people might be spilling some tea that they would never, based on the temperature of the day.
Yeah, this is the night to get the sauce. Yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. This is going to be fun. So, I'm going to be down doing that. If you're down at San Diego Comic-Con, drop me a line and say, hey, I'll be around. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until we meet again, roll them 20s. Thanks all. Hope you have a great night.